And hey, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bridge the Divide. And no, I'd see the chat over there. Beaver C, I didn't forget about you. I love each and every one of you so very much because without you, my channel would not be what it is today. So I do greatly appreciate all of y'all's support. So welcome. It is a little after 7 o'clock. It's 7:05. I hope you guys enjoyed the music. I saw someone say that the music was epic. I found that music. It's really cool. Thank you, Johnny O, for the access to Epidemic Sound, which is pretty badass. Found that song. I was like, this is awesome and amazing. So I'm very pleased that you guys like that. So let's take a look at who is in the chat because I've got interesting things tonight. So some things that we're going to talk about. Like I know the name of the live stream was kind of odd. But I will get to that. I will definitely get to what I was talking about in there, what I hinted at, which is this. So we'll get to that real soon. So Mr. Malort was first in the chat. Good to see you, Mr. Malort. And Charlie Welch is in the house. Just want to say hi. Won't be around this evening. Keep it up, JL. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Charlie Welch. He's one of our amazing supporters over there at Week in Horror and a member of the Godless Army because memberships are available on this channel. Because if you're a support, I was able to monetize. And because I'm monetized, you can be a member. And if you're a member, you get access to the emojis, all the cool little fun emojis that I make. One of which I think the most popular of which is the crying Otangelo emoji. So if Otangelo happens to pop up in the chat, or hell, even if Darth Dawkins shows up, you know which emojis to use to say hello to them. So let's see who else is here. Marcus Dresden's in the house. Good to see you, Marcus. Commander Darklight, the man. It says, hey, guys. Good to see you, Commander Darklight. Beaver C is in the house. I love you very much. I would never forget you. Trude Hell is in the house. Says evening all. JL being fashionably late. Damn, Skippy. I had to make sure everything was set. As you can see, my wife is using that closet for storage. So those dresses are not mine. Those are my wife's. And so she will be moving them soon because obviously when he gets done, Jason is going to be going there. The 6'3" Jason figure that I'm having made specifically for Week in Horror will be going in that closet. And I got this really cool thing that I ordered. Is a special light that gives off the ripple effect, the ripple water effect. And so I will be installing that in that closet so that it could be the ripple water effect with Jason in there. I think it will be really cool. So fingers crossed. I think it's awesome. Oh, man, so many cool things coming up. Let's see. Omni Oros Boros is in the house. Says, a la Irish Demon. Yes, unfortunately, sorry. I was 5 minutes late. I do apologize. Plot hole. I didn't forget. I was here the whole time. I arrived precisely when I mean to. Toaster's in the house. The question is, are you a brave little toaster? That's a scary cartoon. Anyway, it is yes, Mr. Blord, it is a touch Celtic. I just happen to like it because my Celtic roots. Just Call Me Avi is here. Good to see you, Just Call Me Avi. So I literally got done watching Dread 2012. Now I'm here. What a night. That is awesome. I love the Carl Urban Dread. I cannot wait for Mega City 1. Mega City 1, supposedly a series that will be coming out. Carl Urban will be there as Dread again, and he'll be shooting that when he's off from The Boys. So I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be awesome. Let's see. Bob Nodell's Gyroscope is in the house. Good to see you, Bob Nodell. Austin, good morning, all. Thank you, Toaster. That music is epic. That's why I love it so much. Many Hanged Man says, can't wait for Otangelo to ruin our sausage fest. He does try to ruin our sausage fest. When, in fact, he's the one that ends up getting roasted. That was a bad joke. I'll let myself out. Yes, plot hole. Each and every one of you. Each and every one of you, I say each and every one of you. Each and every one of you is amazing. If you weren't here, I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't have this live stream. I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't have nothing. So I appreciate it very much. Angel Gamer, good to see you. Many Hangman says, JL, what the fuck was that debate discussion with Coyote or whatever the kid's name is? Yes. So right before I started this live stream, I was in a Discord stage, and I'm currently working on, I think what I'm able to do is when I do the Discord stages, I'm able to record the stage itself. So you can hear me, you can hear the interlocutors, and you can hear those conversations. But I realized I possibly could live stream them, but you never know who you're going to get up on the stage. When you have like 100 people on the stage and, random people raising their hands, sometimes you get people that just jump in and just be like, N-word, or this, or that, and you never know what you're going to get. And so when you're on Discord, we got to shut them down real fast. Otherwise, they could get a strike against the server. Well, here, obviously, I wouldn't want to live stream it because I have no delay. So they could pop off a word that I don't want on my channel, and I wouldn't be able to control that. So that's dangerous. So what I may end up doing is recording the Discord stages as we do them. Then I can go back through them and I can make notes and say, yeah, I need to drop this one. I need to beep that one out or beep this one out or cut out this troll or whatever. Something, because sometimes people will jump into those Discords and they'll give us they'll levy us with death threats, or they'll try to dox us or various other crap. And so we got to, we're careful as best we can, but we will, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do like recorded stages and then I'll put them up. So I'll do my best not to edit them, but I'll edit them for content, like, bad stuff that we don't want out there. But yeah, that conversation we were having with, what was it? Many Hangman was asking what was with that conversation. It was really, really weird. Essentially, he's a theist who is trying to use logic to essentially say that God is necessary. And because God is necessary, logically necessary, then it must follow that everything is dependent upon God. God is the uncontingent necessary thing for all things to exist, that this follows logically, and then it is illogical, that taking the opposing position is illogical and leads to an illogical conclusion. He is, in fact, wrong on that. If logic proved God, then these conversations we're having would not be happening. I mean, just by virtue of that. So, no. So, in essence, he was arguing, he's either he doesn't know enough about logic or he's arguing dishonestly and he knows it. Either way, I had to bounce out of the stage so I could come over here and do this. And, of course, Andricus and Jack Burton are over there keeping the stage going. If it's still going when this is done, then I'll pop back over there and join them again. Troy Bruns is in the house, saying hello. Good to see you, Troy Buns. Mr. Malort, busting out with the emojis. I can't put those up on StreamYard, but I see them. Donut Earth, Darth Tape, Cry Tangelo. So, yes. Rodent No Last Names is Gabba Gabba. Hey, everybody. I've been getting pictures of Rodent out at Weekend Wasteland, I think it's Weekend Wasteland or Wasteland Weekend. But I'm getting pictures of the stuff that they're building out there, and it is badass. It's freaking amazing. Let me see. Plothole says, your movie frames are crooked. Your ass is crooked. I don't know how you can tell that. Looking at maybe you can see what I can't see. I know. Oh, you're talking about the autograph frames? Yes, some of them are crooked. The autograph frames, yes. The big movie ones, Thing, these guys, Big Trouble, Christine, those ones I hit with a level. So I know that they're level to the floor, but the little ones, all the little autograph ones, all those, plus the ones that are over here on this side of the glass case, the new ones that I got, I think you saw them in the short, the little short I did about that dingus at the beach who went after the girls. Those new ones, those are difficult to maintain level, so I constantly have to go over them and try to fix them to make them level, just by virtue of they're cheap frames. So what are you gonna do? All right. Plotto says, nice blue dress when you go to the ball. You missed the explanation on that. That was my wife's dress. She wore that dress to a wedding, I do believe. She was a bridesmaid. And I believe that was. Yeah, I think that was a bridesmaid's dress, I think. And the red one was also, the red one was just to a wedding where I was the best man. It was my good friend Cody's wedding, and I was the best man. And I think she just wore that dress, to look nice. But yeah, those are both wedding dresses. Is what they are. Their dresses worn to weddings. So my wife was using the closet. Sure, she is using the closet. This doesn't look like that thing would fit around my fat ass. Are you out of your mind? Come on now. Come on, son. No, I'm not going to do many hanging, man. I'm not going to put on the red dress. She said, oh, wait a minute. There's a challenge. You know what, Mini Hangman? I'm not afraid to put the dress on. I don't know if the dress will fit. I probably can't even fit it around like one of my thighs, let alone my giant ass. But I don't know. Let me consider something here. It will have to do something with either raising money for a good cause or getting my channel to a particular point, like 5,000 subs. So we'll see what happens. I'll do something crazy like that. I'm not necessarily crazy, but I'll do something wild like that. So maybe. I'm not sure. Let me think about that, Mini Hangman. I'm not just going to say I'm not going to do it. But I also don't want to destroy her dress. So Troy Brunt says, Tangelo was in with Darth today. They pretended there was no dispute between them. That's a load of crap. Tom Rabbit's channel would challenge that claim. Oh, it jumped ahead on me. Hang on a sec. Plot hole says all goes of yo blah blah. I saw that cartoon. Yes, Brave Little Toaster. Oh, Brave Little Toaster. It's a cartoon toaster. I'm assuming that's what the question marks are about. It was a cartoon from the, I believe, late 90s or mid or late 90s that was incredibly dark for its subject matter. Where a toaster and the toaster's friends are trying to make their way from the old place where they were living, I guess where they were living, to where their current owner, their master, is currently living. So they go on this, like, it's kind of like Homeward Bound, only with appliances instead of animals. So, or like Incredible Journey instead of with appliances instead of animals. So but it gets really dark at some points, like really dark. So, Beaver C says, remember to wash your hands after hitting the like button. I have a bad habit of licking the like buttons. Oh, that would explain that. Yes. Oh, yeah. I saw that cartoon as well. It says, hey, I'll say Bob Nodell's there. Indian Boys in the House. He says, yo, good chat with Cloudy. It was interesting. I wish it could have gone to its conclusion, but I had to get my butt over here. I'm pretty sure it's still going over there, or maybe it's not. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think he's all that. He's either not all that versed in logic, or he is, and he's deliberately leaving stuff out. Let's see. Beaver C says, JL, I have a 6+ foot Jason from Freddy vs. Jason in my storage unit. That is awesome. And I can't wait because mine won't be from Freddy vs. Jason. Mine won't be the Ken Kersinger one. Although, because Ken Kersinger is a huge dude. It will not be the Ken Kersinger one. It will be the Kane Hodder one from Friday 7. So with the chain around his neck and everything, and the kind of like the broken mask. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be so badass. It takes, I think they said it'll take anywhere in between 6 to 8 weeks to fully complete. And it'll be 3 pieces that it comes in. So I'm looking forward to setting that up there. Ali Malik is in the house. Says, oh, hello. This is Cloudy. Oh, cool. Well, welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Toast says, I got banned from the server for a while ago for no reason I'm aware of. It happens. It does. Kevin Paul's in the house, says lurking. Always happy to have you lurk. I can't think of anyone else, so I'd rather have lurking in the bushes than you. Well, there's maybe a few that would be awesome, but I'm glad to have you lurking in my bushes. Robert Caslow's in the house, says, what's up, my globetards? Good to see you, sir. And Plottle says, we need to convince JL to join the Pink Beard Fund. So he brought this up. I wanted to make sure I got everybody in the chat. I see Just Call Me Abby. Yep. I don't think I missed anybody. Old School's in the house, says hi. Says JL hi and bye. Have to deal with my cat. He's taking he's talking crap about you. You deal with that cat. Or you send him to me and I'll deal with him. I have the best food ever, and he'll never talk shit again. Apparently, Robert Kessler, your mom was crooked. All right, so that's funny. Let me bounce that. What is this about D Wallace? He'd rather have D Wallace lurking. D Wallace lurking in my bushes would not be a bad thing. I would, or maybe she wants me lurking in her bushes. So, or her bush. But I digress. That's gross. Anyway, so. The pink beard thing that he brings up is obviously about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is in October. So apparently there is, I guess, this drive to raise money for breast cancer research and awareness. The part of the awareness is that people will, they can dye their hair, which obviously I don't have any, or I have very, very little of, dye their hair or dye their beards pink. So the question is, would I dye what he presented with the message that I got is, would I dye my beard pink? Now, Johnny, could dye his beard pink. Irish probably could do so as well. The question is, will JL dye his beard pink? And I'm mulling it over. As it stands, today is the 18th. So I have 2 weeks to decide if I'm going to dye my beard pink. Let me see. Just going, says gross. Coming from a man who discusses horror on a weekly basis. Yeah, gross. Hey. But yeah, we do discuss horror on a weekly basis, but it's not gross to me. It's gross is subjective. There you go. Robert Kessler says, I would like Sharon Stone to lurk in my bushes. Who wouldn't? Bob Nodell says, Kia, JL, keep it clean. Yeah, I'm going to keep it clean. I'm not going to go in that direction. I won't go in that direction. Oh, look, as Roadnose says, JL, if you're skipping over, that's okay. Giving you the opportunity to live stream from Wasteland Weekend for a minute or less. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to message you, Rodent, and get some more details about that. I've seen the images you showed, which are pretty badass. So the pictures you have, can't wait till it actually kicks off and you get some pictures from the actual event. It's gonna be so fucking cool. H. Jasper's in the house, a member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Says morning chat. JL, Bob, Johnny O. Yep, a bunch of awesome people in this chat. Really, really amazing people. And speaking of, so Johnny was talking about speaking of money, speaking of raising money for a good cause. That's what I do. So apparently, I would dye my beard pink, and then every day that it's dyed pink, I'd be able to raise $10 a day for charity. The more people that do it, the more money that will get raised. So the question is, do I want to dye my hair pink, or do I just want to take $310 and donate it to that research? So can I buy my way out of this, out of dyeing my beard pink? Can I do that? Is that favorable, or it says JL we haven't decided on an amount yet. Well, if it's $10 per day and it's only one person per day, then I would say I can donate $310 and cover the whole month. Yay! So we'll discuss this. We will discuss this. So, every time Manny Hangman says, every time I look at JL, the head of the head reminds me of a perfect egg. Well, it ain't perfect. Actually, it's really funny that you mentioned this. Back here in the back of my head is actually this big ass lump, and I can't show it to you. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe you can see that where it's right there. I don't know if the shadowing is right. I don't know if you can see the shadow, but there's a big ass lump right there. It's been there since I came out, because that is where they put the birth monitor after I was born. And that's where they attached it there. And then when they obviously removed it, that's what happened. So the suction from the birth monitor is what pulled that. And so, yeah, I actually have that lump there, and that's, I could get it removed. But I've never seen the point. I've never seen the point of it. I mean, it's just something that was there. But yeah, that was, 1980. Is when that occurred, and then they pulled that birth monitor off, and I've had that ever since. Right there, it's just a lump. But let me see here. Wrote a no last name. See, but Plottle says no. Okay, wrote a no last name says mostly construction zones, matter of post-apocalypse set dressing. Like I said, I can't wait to see the end of it. I really can't. What the result is. Plottle says no. People are buying our facial hair. Well, okay. I guess I'm confused about how this works. I believe that part of it is entailed to dye my beard pink. I think that's what's entailed in this. So that is where we have to have discussions, or I have to really think. Like I said, I've got 2 weeks to make up my mind regarding this. Kevin Paul says, if your goal is going to buy your way out of it, then it's $20 a day. So $310, so $620 a day. Or $620 for the month to buy myself out of the month. Okay, well, so say we can discuss. We can have discussions later. Manny Handman says, JL, can you put on the red dress? I would imagine it would. Can you put on the red dress? I would imagine it would look much better on you. No, it looks way better on her. Way better on the wife. Way better on Mrs. Warren. So Plato says, JL, folks will pay per day, so we keep our hair pink. The minimum is $10 a day. Gotcha. Okay, so. But that means, in order for that to happen, that means I have to dye it pink, which means someone needs to pay first for me to dye it pink. Aha! So the question is whether or not I want to participate in this. I'll always participate in raising awareness. The question is, do I just want to dye my beard pink? So that's the question. So yeah, like I said, we'll discuss. We will discuss later. We'll Robert kind of says Riley could use my head in an experiment. That's funny. Jasper said, just call me Abby. Says, which side do you crack? The bottom or the top? Such debate split nations. Oh, eggs. So which side do you crack? Wait. Is that the bottom of the top? Is that what he's talking about? Oh, I think it's a reference. I know that reference. And which side of hard-boiled egg should be accessed? From the bottom or the top? I seem to recall that. What is that a reference from? I've seen that, but that was a cartoon, wasn't it? Or is it a story? Oh, somebody in the live chat remind me. I remember seeing that as a kid. Commander Darkly says, imagine JL is the woman in the red dress in the Matrix. Okay, now that you've said that, someone is going to put my face on that chick. And I'm terrified to see what it looks like. the face app thing where you take my face and you put. I did that one time. I did it with Jack Sparrow, and I think it looks pretty cool, like me as Jack Sparrow. I have it on my phone, and I did it with The Rock. I did it with The Rock. I did it with Jack Sparrow, and I did it with The Rock and Jack Sparrow, and it looked pretty cool. But I don't know if it would look good with a woman in the red dress, especially with my beard. Omnior Sports says, JL, you don't have to put that red dress on. You don't have to put the dress on tonight. I get it. I get the reference. JL having deja vu live on YouTube because of How to Crack Eggs. No, I remember something. Was it Gulliver's Travels? Okay, I think Just Call Me Abby just said Gulliver's Travels. I remember that there was a nation that was divided between how to open a hard-boiled egg, whether from the bottom, to start from the bottom, or to start from the top, or the top or the bottom. And I remember that story as being, so it's a part of Gulliver's Travels. Okay, so I just remember reading that or seeing a cartoon about it is what I remember then. So now I think we've said hello to everybody. Lilliput and Blefuscu. Okay, Just Call Me. So yeah, it was from Gulliver's Travels. Excellent. So I knew I remembered it from somewhere. But now that I think I've said hello to everybody, I haven't missed anybody, I don't think. If I did miss you, I apologize. Oh, I saw Logical Hillbillies in the house. Good to see you. It says, I'm here working, but still listening, and a whole bunch of emojis right behind it. Very, very awesome. Thank you so much. But I think I've said hi to everybody. I think I got everyone. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. But Omniorus Pro says, got the shirt, sent an email about it. I'll send pics if you want them. That'd be awesome. Yeah, hell yeah. Bring it on. Definitely. And remember, and I see Turing Test 2 is in the house. It says Big Indian and Little Indian. It says Turing Test, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And yes, Bridge the Divide shirts for my channel are available as well on Teespring. And I'm pretty sure that link will be, that Teespring link will be in the description. So, and the George says here, says, hey, sexy party people, good to see you. And the George said, all right, so the first big topic on this, we discussed this. For anybody who was there, we discussed this over on Crafty's channel, Crafty Keela. And the George says, you're awful quiet, bub. I think you just came in at the one moment. I've been talking my ass off. So the business here that we're talking about is, I was over on Crafty's channel the other day, Crafty Keela's channel. We were talking about the things going on in Texas and how insane this is. And I wanted to kind of, get a sense of, in the audience here, what their thoughts were on this, because I can tell you my thoughts on it, and it's absolutely horrible. And I actually don't think it will stand. I think it will get shut down. Stuff that's draconian like this, I don't think it will hold up. We've seen the conservative Christian right push very hard, and they're always looking for a way to try and either curtail reproductive rights or curtail voting rights or do something to maintain their positions. And we've seen this throughout. We've actually seen it on both sides, Republican and Democrat. But, this whole thing being that it's about abortion, we've always seen them going after reproductive rights in this sense. So Just Call Me Abby says, perhaps a refresher, what has happened in Texas? So Governor Greg Abbott has managed to pass by a process that avoids federal judicial purview, or basically review. The most draconian anti-abortion law in the nation. So in essence, it is illegal for a woman to have an abortion after 6 weeks, regardless of circumstance. That only after 6 weeks are there extremely limited and vague reasons for why a woman could have an abortion. But in essence, it's the Texas heartbeat bill. And that was it. As Johnny said, it was a distraction tactic for sneaking in the zoning change. I was talking about gerrymandering. Huh. I'm kind of curious about this because I could see it as a possibility. If something like that, they basically passed this to distract from something else. I could see that, but so my reasoning is that the screw thing about this is the bill. It's the Texas heartbeat. The Texas heartbeat bill. In essence, that at the kind of vague time when you can detect a fetal heartbeat, which is determined by this bill to be 6 weeks, or the fetal heartbeat bill is that an abortion after this point is illegal. And the problem is that they've declared it as part of the bill that it is not something that can be enforced by the state. That this is not something that they will go after. However, that's how they're able to slide, because they make it not a criminal issue, they make it a civil issue. So in essence, anybody who supposedly has an abortion after 6 weeks can be sued by a member of the public, by another citizen that witnesses this or sees this, can be sued for a minimum of $10,000 for every abortion claim that is made, that is found to be they actually had an abortion after 6 weeks. So this essentially deputizes the citizenry to rat on their neighbors for a potential, $10,000 bounty, minimum $10,000 bounty. If you are involved in abetting the abortion, for example, if you are an Uber driver that takes a woman to a clinic to get an abortion. If that abortion is after 6 weeks, was post 6 weeks, if it was determined to be illegal, the Uber driver could be sued for $10,000 for abetting the abortion itself. It is absolutely insane. Now, and Just Homie is right, surely that won't last. Too much opposition to a law force change. Exactly. I don't think that it will last. It was passed in such a way that it was able to get around Supreme Court purview, because it's a civil issue, not a crime, not a criminal issue. It turns it into a civil issue, and with repercussions that are enforced by the state. In other words, with punishment. So if you were taken to court and you lost, then paying the attorney's fees to paying court costs, that is determined. But if a clinic were found to be doing this, the clinic could be shut down, which means that apart from giving access to abortions, everything else the clinic does would go right along with it. It would shut all of it down. So you can see why it would behoove a clinic that once did abortions to not do abortions anymore in order to avoid the potential, avoid being shut down at all. Even if it's temporarily shut down, they don't want that to happen because it's a cessation of services. So it's really, really, really bad. And it doesn't matter. And actually, Robert Katz says, what if you take the subject out of state? If it occurs within the state, if the act occurs within the state of Texas, then it's a violation of that state, of violation of that bill. So it's a civil thing there. But if you were to go out of state to a state that does not, and have the medical procedure done there, and then come back, then I think that you are out of it. But then I don't think that that somebody can go after you, because it didn't occur within the state of Texas. So it's not a federal thing; it's just the state itself. Just Comedy says, didn't U.S. law try this kind of system onto YT a couple years ago? The YouTube a couple years ago, that content producers lose money channels because of their audience, but it flopped. I don't know what that's in reference to. I need a little bit more context. I'm not sure what that's totally in reference to, Avi, but I have to. A little bit more information would be good. But nonetheless, this is obviously terrible, and I don't think it's going to last in the state of Texas. What I think, and this is interesting because it was brought up, Commander Darkly brought up, as Johnny said, it was a distraction tactic for sneaking in the redistricting laws, or the redistricting, which is possible. I think it was a last-ditch effort now it could be both too, but I'm proposing that it was a last-ditch effort for Abbott to galvanize the base that kept him, that put him in office and kept him in office, to galvanize the religious right to keep him in office after his failed response to the pandemic. That's my thought. The fact that Texas abjectly failed in their response to the log allergy, that he looked that bad. And because of, you look at what happened with the race against Beto, that Cruz almost lost against Beto. And then as a result of that, softened a lot of his positions. Texas, arguably a purple state, if not moving towards blue. And then, of course, the effects of Harris County across across the state, and the influence of Harris County across the state. And of course, what happened in the 2020 election. So yeah, it's possible that he was on his way out. So to try and do this is what I saw was essentially a Hail Mary pass, because it's the timing of this took place in his election year, right before his election in November, because that's when the election will be held. So, That's what's wild. And technically, I think that my state of residency is still in Texas because I haven't lived here. I moved, but I haven't lived here for a year. And so I wonder, am I a resident of no state at this time? I wonder if I could still go down and vote if I still could. Because I stay in both places, you know. I still receive mail to the address there in Texas, huh? I wonder if I can still vote. Try to vote him out. But if not, maybe I'm not eligible to vote in Texas anymore. I have no idea. I am in Oklahoma, but I'm not an established resident in Oklahoma yet. So, because I have to be here a year. And my driver's license is still valid. It's valid in the state of Texas. I still receive mail in the state of Texas. I still have a PO box in the state of Texas that I receive mail at. So it's possible that I do. I'm not sure. I have to look into that because I wonder if I could still go down and vote in the state of Texas because I still have a valid Texas ID. So that has not expired. So, and I'm not established here. I've been here for a year, so I'm not established as resident of either or. So am I a man without a state? I have no idea. But Abbott needs to be gotten rid of because I thought that this was a big way to galvanize his base in order to try and fire them up like Trump did, and when he tried to fire up his base in order to keep him in the office. It didn't work, and I don't think that this will work. I think that I hope that Abbott loses the race. And whether it's another person comes in, that they are more level-headed, that they are less emotionally minded, and that they will strike this thing down. You can guarantee if it's a Democrat, they're going to strike it down. If it's a Republican, maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping that they will because it's just ridiculous. That's why on the stream it was like, Texas plus Jesus does not equal women's rights. So, Bob Nodell, I'm not sure if I can only vote in Texas at the moment. I know that I am not an established resident in Oklahoma, so I cannot vote in Oklahoma right now. I know that. I'm not officially an Oklahoma resident yet. I will be soon. But I lived in Texas for 30 years. My address, my mailing address, my ID, everything is still Texas. You could essentially say I'm on an extended vacation in Texas right now. So I don't know. I honestly don't. Maybe I could, maybe I can't. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll go down there and be like, nope, you don't live here anymore, blah, 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 blah. They'll say, I can't live here. I can't vote. So I don't know. But I'll find out. I will look into the rules and determine if I can vote in Texas. Because if I can, you can guarantee I'm going down there in November and I'm voting again. I'm voting to get Abbott out of there. He just can't. This draconian crap. This is an example of the lengths that he'll go to try and keep his seat. He will sacrifice and curtail the rights of others, the rights of his citizenry, in order to hold his position of power. That is not acceptable as a politician. That person needs to be voted out. Screw what you think. I'm holding the chair. Nope, that's not going to happen. That can't happen. If it does, it's a complete and total spit in the face of everything this country was built on. Redding says, stupid and evil Republicans. Darth loves them. Not all Republicans are stupid and evil. They aren't. There are a lot of things I disagree with, a few things that I agree with. But there are a lot of them that are. But then there are a lot of them that are a bunch that are pretty dumb or they're willfully ignorant. And some of them have what we could say is pretty disastrous policies that they want to impose on people. But then again, the same exists on the Democrat side as well. So I know it's subjective, but yeah, the things that curtail freedoms, not good at all. Well, no matter what side it's coming from, blue or red, I don't care. If it curtails your freedoms, nope. Redding, Faustian Texas Republican code. Yeah, it's pretty bad. When the statement was made from the Texas government, from the deputy governor Dan Patrick, that old people, that the elderly should be willing to sacrifice for the good of the economy to keep the economy open. They should be willing to sacrifice themselves. That was pretty insane. That was pretty bad. When Abbott wanted to reopen the economy, reopen restaurants and bars and movie theaters and everything, it was, we're reopen everything. Texas economy can come back, and then we smashed the records with infections because as a direct result of that, yeah, that was bad. That was pretty good. Not to mention the Texas handling of the 2 weather crises with the power grid. People freezing to death in the streets. Yeah, I don't. Abbott's out of his depth. He's out of his depth. He has lost the plot. And I think he should be done. I don't know if he will. Texas is pretty unpredictable when it comes to some things. So hopefully that'll be it. Beaver C brings up an interesting point. Women are supposed to keep a child after being raped or molested. That's a bullshit way to force a woman to relive a horrific time in their lives. Bingo! Because the Texas bill makes no consideration for rape or incest. None. It doesn't matter. It's illegal. So, yeah, they are essentially forcing a woman to have a baby that was forced upon her outside of her consent. And yeah, Robert Caslow, what about the snowstorm? Exactly, the weather deals. What happened with the grid during weather and what happened during the summer. Because Texas wanted to be its own independent grid. Now, all of a sudden, bad weather, this is the inclement weather, and it's going to keep happening. It's going to get worse. This is the effect of climate change. And then so on and so forth. They want to be independent, but they can't maintain it and they can't sustain it. So you got people freezing to death in the streets. You got people dying of heat prostration in their homes. So, yeah. Texas is turning into the Wild West again. The Wild West. And it is horrible. Omnioros Bro says, if a woman, let's call her Rosemary, has the spawn of Satan inside her, she'll need to go out of state or possibly Mexico to get it aborted. Apparently, yes. Apparently out of state, I think, is the best option. And yeah, Robert Castle, I am in Oklahoma. Let's see. Bob says, oh, hey, Tina Jones, good to see you. Just call me. This is jail is so articulated with his wordplay. I cannot compete. Oh, thank you, Abby. I appreciate that. Mr. Miller says if they wanted rights, they should not have been born women in Texas. That's a very pragmatic way of looking at it, Mr. Malort. Let me see. What is that? What was that? Manny Hangman says American politics and history literally sleeping right now. I know it's boring for some people, but it's something that has to be addressed. This is legislation that we all have to live under. State legislation directly informs federal legislation because if the states are all aligned against it, they will push the government to passing something there. So if all of the states agreed, all 50 of them agreed that this is the way it should be handled with abortion, you can guarantee the federal government would swiftly make it a federal mandate. And guess what? That's when all women lose reproductive rights. So, yeah, it's got to be a conversation we have to have. Whether we like it or not, or whether it's boring, whether we hate it, or whether it's just obnoxious and we'll never find an answer, I don't know. But it's a conversation that must be had. We have to look at these things so that we can hold our representatives accountable. Tina Jones says, hi, says peekaboo, everyone. Good to see you, Tina Jones. Love the little ghost in there. Bob Nodell says, well, if you're not long enough in Oklahoma to vote, you should still be eligible to vote in Texas. I could be wrong. It's possible. It's possible I could still vote in Texas. I'm going to find out, though. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. Robert Kessel, what do the Terminator baby seals think of all this? I have no idea. But yeah, it's pretty insane. It's nuts. And it's fucked up. And I don't agree with it. Exactly. Red Tank says, if we do not act, they will not relent. We have to act. And part of that action is making it a topic of conversation. Do you value women's reproductive rights in any way? Do you value them? Do they have them? Do you think it's a thing that women should have? I do. Most people do. That women should have the right to what goes on with their bodies reproductively. I do. As a male, I can decide whether or not I get a vasectomy. And I can decide it on a whim. But women, same thing. They should have the rights. And guess what? Abortion is a good thing because a woman getting her tubes tied, far more complicated than the guy just getting a vasectomy. A vasectomy is reversible. Getting your tube tied is also reversible, but it's very complicated and very expensive. Okay? So no, how about we just don't curtail their reproductive rights? How about we just don't do that? But hey, we got to let emotion. These individuals have to be driven by their emotions. They believe a particular thing, and that thing is what everybody should live by. Their interpretation of reality is what is important, not yours. That's the point. Just because they believe in it, I'm going to say it. I know some people are going to wag their finger at me. I know some people are going to wag a finger at me. Their belief in God is what is informing legislation like this. Because they believe in a God, so therefore human beings have a godly purpose or a God-given purpose or God-given rights. Every life is special because it's made by God, and therefore you're violating God's I guess relationship with us by killing unborn children. That's where they're going to put this. It's because they believe in God. Their religious beliefs are informing their legislation, and that is a violation of what it means to be in this of what this country was founded on. Straight up, that's what it is. If your religious beliefs inform your legislation, the bills you pass and the bills you block, you don't deserve to be a politician. Flat out. People will disagree with me. People will not. I don't know. But that's my position on it. That's what I think the founding fathers pretty much interpreted. So, just call me as this intersex person right here. I live in both worlds, but can't fully enjoy either. I make up for that with love and understanding. That simple. That simple. Robert Caslow says, civilized people do that and universal health care. Fucking A. That's what we need. Universal health care and UBI. Two things that would move us into the right direction. Robert Caslow says, Yog Sothoth is above such petty concerns. He's also a cuddly teddy bear. A cuddly teddy bear with tentacles full of razor-sharp teeth. So maybe not. He's a carnivore, to say the least. Yes, Beaver C. Women do all the hard work, carrying a child, giving birth to the child. They should have a lot more say in the matter. I would say the physical and psychological effects of having a child, of bearing a child and having a child, you can't just throw that out the window. You can't. Turing Testu. Every sperm is sacred. Yes, I remember that song. Just call me if this depends on your kink jail. Also very true. Also very true. All right. So obviously, I think there's a lot of people in the chat that don't like this bill, that think it should be repealed. I think it will be repealed. I think they will shut this down. People in Texas cannot be running around. Like I think someone mentioned in the Crafty stream that the anti-abortion Karens will be running around town. Abortions. Give me $10,000 for each head. It's absolutely insane. You cannot deputize the populace like that with such a blanket bill. Okay? It causes nothing but chaos. People will see this. This shit will get shut down. It will. Redding says, Judge Barrett and crew are right-wing, and while they claim they are nonpartisan, that is a lie. And there are 5 to 6 theocrats on the SCOTUS. Agreed. Well, that's also because an atheist will never be elected in this country, ever. No atheist would be elected in this country to public office because, God bless America. So, yeah, no atheist will be elected to that office. Many Hangman says, I like that most of the abortion laws in most countries passed by men. Of course they are, because old white men reserve the right to dictate what women should do with their bodies. Fuck you. And all that jazz. Just call me and says, politics of the future. You never know. Hopefully we'll get our heads out of our asses. We'll figure out a good way to do. We'll figure out a good way to handle this. So, Robert Kess says, I need to volunteer you all for genetic experimentation because God say I can't put a coat on me, Johnson. Yes, that Catholic God, man. He is a crafty one. He's an interesting one. So, that's the first thing I want. Reddick says that is sad to think about discrimination, but I've seen the polls. Yeah, it's wild. Bob Nodell says, JL, one more beer before bedtime? Okay, you twisted my arm. Absolutely. Have one. Have two. So let's get to the fun part. We've talked about something, deep and gross, but I'm excited. I want to get to this. So I was brought this today. Okay. And I will bring this up a little bit closer. So this is smoked ring of fire jack cheese. Smoked ring of fire jack cheese. Applewood smoked. This is Applewood smoked cheese. And it is scorpion pepper. Apparently. So scorpion pepper cheese is what this is. And my wife was at the farmer's market. She was doing some shopping. And she came across this and she was looking at it. She's like, this is really, really interesting. So the guy, and she said, my husband likes, might want to try this on his live stream. He's like, your husband is a YouTuber? She says, yes, my husband is a YouTuber. And he gave her this block for free on the condition that I try it on the live stream. So I don't have any crackers. But I do have a little bit of tortilla that I'm going to use. But here we go. And I brought this, got my knife for cutting, and I'm going to open this bad boy up. So this is supposedly really, really hot. Now, it's scorpion pepper hot. Now, I've never had this before. And remember, keep in mind, I do not have a sense of smell. My wife smelled this before we started up. And my wife said she could smell the applewood really strongly. But I have no idea how spicy this is. And this is great. I will put this up because I created a banner just for it. Boom. This is where you can find it. The banner is there. There. Herrick's Smokehouse on Facebook or herricksmokehouse@gmail.com. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let me make sure I write that down. Herrick's Smokehouse on Facebook. That's where you can find this. No, just call me Abby. I do not have any ice creams. Hey, Dark Steve. Is it Dark Steve jumping in the house? Yes, this is good morning all. Good to see you, Dark Steve. And yeah, this sounds like a possible Irish demon moment. Hey, Angel Gamer, good to see you. See people dropping in. And just remember, I have no idea how much pain I'm going to be in, but I'm going to try this. The scorpion for Herrick here, the scorpion pepper cheese. Apparently, I've heard it says it's amazing. I'm really kind of curious. So we'll pop this bad boy open. I wish I could smell it. I really do. Well, let me try. You never know. It could be strong enough that I could smell it. Let me see. So we're going to pop this bad boy open. As a matter of fact, let me try and lower my cam just a bit so you guys can see it. There we go. All right. Let's pop this open. Oh, I may have to cut this a little bit more. There we go. All right. There we go. So we're going to get the wrapping off of this block of cheese. Very nice. Oh, cool. Got that wrapped up. And let me see here. Okay, so pasteurized milk, water, red and green jalapeno, salt, sodium, sorbic acid, crushed red pepper, enzymes, applewood smoke, spice, scorpion pepper powder. Scorpion pepper powder is what is in this. I think you can kind of see that in there a little bit. So I'm very, very good. It actually says wash your hands after opening this. I will not touch my eyes. Don't let me touch my eyes. Let's set this over here. Yeah, that'll go down in the trash. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. So check it out. I don't have any drinks here. I actually don't. I have no drinks. And we don't actually have milk in the house. We only use almond milk here because Angela's lactose intolerant. So, okay. There we go. This should be fun. All right. So let me take this down because I want people to be able to see it. And but you see it there, Facebook, Herrick's Smokehouse, herricksmokehouse@gmail.com. This is either going to be really funny or just, lights for using stuff. Because I got lights. I put lights in the deal above the posters and everything, which is kind of cool. My wife got them for me. For example, before I jump on this, I have a remote. Where did my remote go? Oh, here it is. Here's my remote where I can do this. Turn on. Boom. See that? I can turn that on, turn it on. There. When I turn the primary light out, you can really, really see it. But, the light that I have in the ceiling is big. But I have those. And I can do them up here as well. And I don't know if you can see those because they just came on. So off. No, you can't. Off. No, you can't see them. But I'll turn them on and I'll just lift the camera up so you can see them. See? I have lights installed. Yay! And I have more lights. She got me a bunch. So I will be distributing those around so people can see them. So people can see that stuff. Now I can turn this big light out. All right. So back to the cheese. Back to the cheese. All right. So here we go. Cheese. I got some tortilla. Just, like this. And then, of course, knife for cutting. So here we go. I saw we have some comments in there. This is going to be really funny. It says, stop changing the subject. Suck it up and bite the cheese. Yes. Just call me Abby. Mark Sargent is laughing at you, ESR, the cheese. So here we go. So I will try this cheese. What are you thinking? I think that's a good slice. Oh, and it's been out of the fridge for a little bit, so it cuts really easily. Okay. So thinking that size? that a good size? I think that's a good size. That looks good to me. All right. Let's give this a try. I'm going to try it without the tortilla. I don't want anything to kind of disrupt it. I just want this one. So, yeah, just calling says, looks like a Madeira cake. Ah. So there we go. Let's give this a shot. Okay. Probably this tastes like cheese. I'm waiting for the hit, like the back of my throat, or the sides, or maybe even my sinuses. Okay, spicy. There's the I think it's the cayenne. Jalapeno. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get a little hint of jalapeno in there. That's good. Yeah. Jalapeno, because obviously need spicy and need that jalapeno. I'm so familiar with jalapeno, I can detect it in pretty much anything. Jalapeno and cayenne are really, really obvious, and they're good. That apple, I guess it's that applewood. It flows so nicely because you got the typical, like, the taste of cheese. So you have like that cheese taste, that dairy taste, and then the applewood allows it to flow. Oh, it sits so well. Right back here, right back of the throat. Oh, that's so nice. It's a nice little burn. Oh, that's good. Oh, and it lingers. It really grows after the fact. This is good. Holy shit. I'm going for a bigger piece. Let me see. Just going, says, guy has no sense of smell. Unfair advantage. No, it's spicy. It really is. But I don't think it's going to be like a kick me on my ass. I don't think it's going to be a kick me on my ass one. I don't think the package says extremely hot and don't touch your eyes. I believe that. I believe them when they say that it's extremely hot and don't touch your eyes. I wouldn't want to get the shit in my eyes anyway. I wouldn't want to get any kind of pepper in my eye. But as far as taste goes, this is really good. It's very smooth. The applewood comes out just enough, and it allows it to kind of flow to the spice. And then when it hits the back of your throat, it kind of builds there for a little bit, but it never gets too extreme. So it's really good. This would go good on crackers. This would make a phenomenal quesadillas. Phenomenal quesadillas. See how easily it comes apart like that? Good stuff. Damn, that's tasty. That was a bigger piece. There you go. Yes. Tina, close up of the interior. That is what the inside of the cheese looks like. Because it's jack cheese. So you can kind of see the pepper in there. The red and green jalapenos that they've used in there. You can see bits and pieces in that, which is probably where that's coming from. Reddick, interesting question. Is it aged long? Okay, that was a bit spicier. Back of the throat. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's pretty spicy. Maybe it was because it was a bigger piece. There was more. Now I can feel the top of my mouth. Okay, I can feel it on my soft palate. I can feel it in my cheeks. That's spicy. Yeah. That is spicy. Wow. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. I do not know if it's aged long. I don't know how long he aged this. I really don't. So, okay, that's way spicy. Maybe it was because it was the end piece. Maybe that's what it was. Let's try this. I'm going to cut the cheese in half. I'm going straight to the center. I'm going to cut a good piece off of there. This one looks good. I think that looks solid. And let's do with some of the tortilla. Make sure I'm not hiding anything. I have the cheese in the tortilla. Let's give this a shot. Don't cut cheese on the air. Ooh, we can mush this down a little bit because it's been out of the fridge a little bit. So I can actually squeeze a little bit. Make kind of like an impromptu quesadilla. That was a much thicker piece than I had before. This was... Okay, this would make a fantastic quesadilla. So Johnny O, if you make it, if you like, check these guys out. This stuff will make fantastic quesadillas for you. Oh my God, it'd be so good. Okay, that was just a cold piece of tortilla. That's just cold tortilla. Hot tortilla, like fresh, fresh warm tortilla with this kind of cheese. Oh, that would be so good. All right, here comes the cheese again. Damn, that's tasty. Oh yeah, this is fantastic stuff. This is great. So yeah, I may hit up a little bit more of that here in a bit. There it goes. Oh yeah, okay, I can feel that because I cut right to the center of the cheese. Back of the throat, creeping up to my soft palate. Feel it in the cheeks. Oh yeah. Oh, the gums too, but that's because it's caught in my gums. Damn. That's good. Redding's right. Good with the wine for those who indulge. I don't know what wine would go good with this. It's so spicy, it might overpower whatever notes are in the wine. And the wine would just become off like drinking grape juice. Like alcoholic grape juice. You need some really, really good. I mean, I don't know if there's a wine strong enough to overpower the spice in this. If you paired this, like small slices, with other strong meats, and then so like salami, or some really strong smoked salami, and then paired it with a good strong Merlot, like a full-bodied Merlot, then yeah, that might work. That might work, absolutely. Just call me. It says tasting professional right here, wriggling fingers. This is good stuff. This cheese is fantastic. Let me put that banner up again. All right. Oh, clearing my sinuses a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Oh, good times. Excellent. It says Herrick's Smokehouse. HerrickSmokehouse@gmail.com. Fantastic. This guy, he's trying to open up to basically get enough to justify going into production enough to open up on Amazon. So we can sell via Amazon. He doesn't even have an Amazon store yet. Right now, it's all request. He sells at the farmer's market. He's building his brand is what he's doing right now. And I can tell you right now, Herrick's cheese, this is fantastic. This is great stuff. The scorpion pepper cheese is great. Is really good. Awesome stuff. And I think he wanted a link to this as well. He wanted a link to this stream so we could see me promote him. Reddick, I wouldn't say a Pinot Grigio or a Malbec. Well, maybe a Malbec. Malbec's kind of spicy. You might go with the Malbec. I would just be afraid that the cheese itself would overpower your palate to the point that you wouldn't be able to get any of the notes of the wine you're drinking. So you need something to go in between. You need intermediary. You need the cheese, then the meat, potentially a bread, and then maybe like a brioche, and then the wine after. Once you've gotten that down and you've dulled your palate a bit, you can pick up the notes on the wine. But this thing is so overpowering, I wouldn't even know. Just a cheese and wine, I have no idea what I would pair it with. Just call me up. It says nuts to alcohol. I don't drink at all. Teetotalism person right here. I'll have the cheese with crackers. Also good. Also really good. Bob Nodell says, Joe, you might get your sense of smell back after this. You never know. I mean, if that's what it took. Many Hanged Man says, oh my God, I just completed one of the hardest things to do in this fucking game. I'm curious what game you're playing. I am very curious. Redding says probably a milk for me, my friend. I've heard milk would work. I've actually never had run into something so spicy I needed milk for. Maybe I just haven't eaten super spicy stuff. Damn it, I don't have it on the desk. I have the Reaper Squeezins. So I bought a bottle of that, and I used it on a live stream. So I've used Reaper Squeezins before, and I think I still have it packed somewhere. It's probably still in the box. But I've used Reaper Squeezins, and it didn't knock me on my ass. I don't know why Irish had such the reaction that he did to it when he freaked out, but, what can you do? Maybe it's because I do have an unfair advantage. I have no sense of smell. Maybe that's it. So I don't know. But yes, this is XFA Alien X Gaming decided to pop in. You just missed me trying the scorpion pepper cheese. Good stuff. It was fantastic. Well, I will give a solid recommendation to Herrick's Smokehouse. You see the Facebook page right there and the email. If this is something that interests you, if you like to cook, if you like to try different cheeses, definitely check out their Facebook page. Definitely give him a shout. Email him. Get some cheese for yourself. I only tested this one, and it is magnificent. This stuff was great. If this guy was a sponsor, I would take him as I was like, let me sponsor your cheese. I'll eat your cheese all day. Someone is going to take that and turn it into something foul. I have no doubt. But, and the George says, hey, stepped away. Was the cheese spicy? The cheese was spicy. Someone's going to use that in some way as well. I have, Tina, it may have seemed mild to me, but that's just me. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. All right, but we'll find out. Okay, so let me see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. I saw Logical Hillbilly said JL's going to eat the whole block. He's going to have to strap a board across his ass to keep the rats out. It's so fucking true. Just Call Me He said I was looking a little red. Was I looking a little red? I don't know. Hard to tell. With this big light above me, it's really difficult to tell if I'm red. I can tell you I'm not sweating. So really hot stuff. I had some ghost pepper chips one time that made me sweat because I ate a whole bunch of them. They're made by Julio's ghost pepper chips. Those ones made me sweat. So I was kind of those were pretty warm. But this cheese was just fantastic to eat. Oh yeah. Oh, Dark Steve, you remember right. It could make a good pizza cheese. You could grate this up, get a couple blocks, grate it up, use it for like a medium or a large. Heck yeah, I can see that. Oh, with the right kind of maybe like some spicy Italian sausage, or maybe some good spicy pepperoni. Oh yeah, that would be super tasty. Surf says spicy cheese. Do want? Yes, if you're interested in some spicy cheese, there it is right there. Herrick's Smokehouse. HerrickSmokehouse@gmail.com. Give them a look. Check out his Facebook page. Right now, he's got a tiny little store that he's doing the farmer's market thing, trying to build his brand so he can build into an Amazon store so he can start selling the stuff. Heck yeah. Check that out. And Fish Like a Girl. Good to see you, Fish Like a Girl. Says, no. Apparently something spicy. Oh, Beaver C says, better go wash your hands. Yeah, I will. Matter of fact, I think I have wet wipes here. I think I'm from because I went to the con. I have antibacterial wipes when I went to the convention to Texas Frightmare. So I think I have those in my backpack over there. Yes, this spicy stuff is magnificent. This was really, really great. I think I'm actually going to have another piece. This was really super tasty. I'm going to say I got to save some for my wife because my wife will want it. So we'll put that in the tortilla there. So just to make sure that people know. Ooh, look at that spice on that. That is so good. That's so tasty. Really, Redding? Zinfandel? A Zin? Huh. Well, he's a chef. If they're a chef, I can take the recommendation. Maybe there's a Zin out there. I mean, I have no doubt there's a Zin out there that I haven't drank that may pair very well with this. That is so tasty. That is so good and spicy. Uh-oh. Bob Nodell said the magic words. Could work on a pizza, minus the pineapple. Hey, pineapple belongs on pizza. If you think it doesn't, you just didn't cook it right. Excellent point. Plot hole. Johnny says he'll ask Keith. Keith, who appeared on the show. I've met Keith. I've been on the show with Keith a number of times. Keith is an awesome dude. He's a chef. That's his wheelhouse, pairing drink and food. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. What would you pair with this particular cheese? I'm very curious. Just Call Me Avi says, it doesn't belong on pizza, but perfect in a cake. Pineapple cake. Fish Like a Girl says, I can't handle the quesadillas from Taco Bell. Too hot. Really? Well, I mean, hey, if your palate is sensitive, then your palate is sensitive. But yeah, this was good stuff. This was fantastic. All right. Well, we've been going about an hour now. So let me take a look, make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Don't forget, you can become a member of the Godless Army. Memberships are available on my channel. And I'm more than happy to have you. That grants you access to the amazing emojis. Hey, John Fabiano's in the house. This must buy cheese and make enchiladas. I hope you do. And if you do, let me know what you came out. Let me know how they came out. I'm really curious. Fantastic stuff. Oh, you're right, Avi. Pineapple upside down cake. That's true. Yeah. I was thinking for some reason, what was I thinking of it like, I was thinking about cake like bread and then pancake and then pineapple in the bread. And it was like, this sounded very, very weird. But yes, you're right. I'm thinking of two different consistencies in my mind. All right. Fish Like a Girl says, once I turned a certain age, I couldn't do it. It happens. Yeah, as you get older, your taste can change, your palate can change. But yeah, you can become a member of the Godless Army. It's the channel memberships are there for 99 cents a month. And you get access to all of the very cool emojis that I have created for us. As we get more members, I'll be able to unlock more emojis that I've created. You fun stuff like Darth Dawkins with red duct tape, or Crying Otangelo, or the Donut Earth. Because we all know the Earth is actually a donut. So yes, that is available to everybody. And of course, I'm looking forward to unveiling more emojis, which will be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. Plato says, just call me. Oh, it says, I'm thinking of a sweet and spicy savory salad dessert with that cheese. Oh, yeah. I want to hear it. I want to see what you guys come up with. And Angel Gamer says, I need some of that cheese to clear my sinuses out. It will certainly do that. Oh, it will certainly do that. Plot hole says, JL can't send emojis on the plot hole. You can't send emojis? What do you mean? Give me something. Let me take a look. I'm on the StreamYard screen. Let me take a look at the actual YouTube screen. Let me see. I watch too much Star Trek. Let me see here real quick. Let me drop the volume there. Okay, so I see everybody's badges. You get the Atheist Scientist badge when you become a channel member. And I see can't send emojis on the plot hole. Let me see here. So there's the Crying Otangelo. Oh, no, I misread what he said. My bad. I can't send emojis on the plot hole. That is because the card that I used to pay for my subscriptions on your channel, because I was a plot hole, because I'm a member of the plot hole. Yes, I'm not a member there because the card that I use, I let run out so that I can move it over to the new card. Because the old card was the paid card that I had from a previous job that I was letting run out. And now I will move it to the new one. So, I totally misread what you were saying, plot hole. So, yeah. But there you can see. You can see all of the amazing emojis that I created for you. And plot hole, that not only includes you, that's you, that's Irish Demon, that's Team Skeptic, that's everybody I'm a member to. So I needed to let that run out so that I could so I can just move everything to the new card and then let it run as normal. So I will be a member again. I just haven't done it yet. I will do it again. So yeah, good to go, man. Oh man, oh man. So we talked about one big major thing, and talked about me eating some cheese and doing the taste test, and the cheese came out really, really well. There's the information on the cheese if you like. To be perfectly honest, I did. And the sad thing that really kind of bummed me out is I couldn't find a theist who wanted to come in and chat with me and discuss their beliefs. I thought I might have had one, but I didn't. Well, actually, you know what? Let me double check. Let me see, because I don't even know if they're around. Let me check with him, because his name was Cyber. He went by Cyber on Discord, and there's a possibility I could have him come on and talk about what he believes and why he believes it. Let me see. Pro Chinchilla showed up. Hey, Pro Chinchilla, what's going on? Good to see you. Just call me Avi says, if the world was flat, the physics would be very different, like Lovecraft odd. Yes, it would be Lovecraftian in its physics, in the physics if the Earth were flat. This is true. It would be insane. The geometry would be non-Euclidean, as Lovecraft would say, because he thought that non-Euclidean sounded really, really interesting. Robert Caslow says, get Darth Dawkins. He has an open mind. Yeah, that's funny because it's not true. Reddick sees Otangelo will probably show up at one point. Facty, good to see you. Yeah, we'll see if Otangelo shows up. Facty, good to see you. And let's see, Angel Gamer says, I'm a theist, but I'm not an asshole. Some of y'all aren't. Some theists are not assholes. Not many, but some. Pro Chinchilla is doing college. Doing college homework. Well, you keep it on, keep it on. I want to see if Cyber got back to me. He did not, unfortunately. And I don't see... And I see that, okay, that's cool. Awesome. They got that going on. Yeah, the stage that I was on is currently still going. So that's good. They got that thing still going on. I wanted to do it live, to try and do it like a live stage, but I feared what people might say, because you get random people, random strangers in there who would just pop off and say shit, and you can't risk that. Not on YouTube. With what YouTube says, no, you can't risk that. All right. Oh, I think I saw somebody new. So Grandma Mo says, greetings, Grandma Mo. Good to see you. Thank you for joining my live stream. We've been going for about an hour and 13 minutes here. We've talked about the Texas abortion bill, the Texas heartbeat bill, and I've tried some super spicy cheese. So, and chilled those guys out because their cheese is amazing. So, Plato says, seriously, just busting your coconuts. I know. But I also want to make sure that, I'm transparent about that. I totally misread what you said. I thought you were referring to my channel. You were referring to yours. And yeah, you're right. My membership did lapse. And I intend to reinstate it once I kick in the new card payment details. The problem with doing is that everything is done through Apple. So when you go to and adjusting that stuff, and I'm pretty sure I forgot my Apple password because I rarely ever freaking use it. And so I have to go through the process of probably resetting my password again, which is always annoying. And then if I, and so this is a process. I'm kind of like, got to put in a new payment option, got to reset my password, got to go through the emails. Man, it's a pain in the ass, and I've putting it off. I've just been lazy, but I will get to it. I guarantee it. Oh, let's see. Christopher Ramucci says, well, it would be Mobius space physics. Head off in a straight line. You'll end up back where you started, but everything would be flipped. It'd be very weird. And Beaver C says, remember later tonight when going pee, you forgot to wash your hands. I will definitely wash my hands before I do that. Oh, Bob No Dills Gyroscope says, I hope Otangelo shows up at some point. I have a crow to pluck with him. I'm curious what's going on with that. Someone has beef with Otangelo. And somebody mentioned another emoji that I need a first mover emoji. Huh. First mover emoji. Kind of curious what that would look like. I have to think about that one. Good suggestion, though. First mover one. Thor Rasmussen is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. He says, good morning, JL and folks, and good morning, Thor Rasmussen. Good to see you, a member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, dude. And Reddick says, Darth tries to ghost strong opponents who defy his angry script. Yeah, in essence, yeah, it's bad. Darth's script is pretty atrocious. His logic is bad. And that's pretty much all you could do is shut people down. If you've watched any of Tom Rabbit's recent videos that's come out, he just makes a fool of himself. It's beyond ridiculous how bad it is. Just call me Avi. Let me stroke my beard while I think on that. Yes. Why do you think I grew this thing out? So I could do that and be legit. Grandma Mo says the first mover should be a pool shark. I don't see why not. Interesting. See, Robert Castle says, have you seen Tom Rabbit? I've not seen his face, him personally. I haven't seen him personally, but I know his channel. Titan Uranus says, to summon Otangelo, you must say Shroud of Turin 3 times and sacrifice a mitochondria. Titan, your legend. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Alpha says, hi, Jail. Been enjoying all the new Darth lately. Yeah, there's a bunch of it's a never-ending source of, he's just a lol cow. Just, squirt and lol all over the place. That's what he does. He's just endless supply of lol. Facty lol. Reddick, he says lol. Yeah, Titan, that was funny as shit. We have to remember that. Say Shroud of Turin 3 times, sacrifice a mitochondria. That's hilarious. Oh, yes, Bob Nodell's gyroscope. Oh, okay, this is interesting. And actually, I wonder if I could show this. So he says the debate you had with him a while ago when he said he said, we don't need to bring facts to the table. I wonder if I could actually, let me see. John Fabiano says the wisest of martial arts masters would be envious of that beard. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So Bob Nodell brought up something. Let me see here. He pointed out during the debate between Tangelo and I, and if I remember correctly, I mirrored it to my channel, so I can actually pull it up. Where did it go? Oh, Tangelo versus me. Then in the comments, I tagged it. It's at 2642. So let me see if I can do something real quick. Let's back this up a little bit. And what he's talking about, if I do this, share screen? No. Chrome tab. There we go. Share audio. If I remember correctly, let's see if I'm doing this right. There we go. Yeah, so you can see it. Okay, so I think that this audio is good. Let me turn this up a bit. And I tagged it. So what Bob Nodell is talking about is this.
Is able actually to substantiate that claim, providing positive, good reasons why he believes that naturalism...
Let me know if you can hear that. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Explanatory power to explain our existence on all relevant issues in regards of origins, that is, regards of the origin of the universe, the laws of physics, fine-tuning, origin of life, biodiversity, consciousness, and morality. I don't think that we have to put facts on the table because...
So that was the line. That was the line. I don't think we have to put facts on the table. And that is what Bob Nodell's gyroscope had a real issue with, because at that point right then, and Bob Nodell is right, at that moment, the debate should have been over. That debate should have ended right then. Because if we're not going to talk about facts, then what the fuck are we doing here? What is the point? If we're only going to talk about how we emotionally interpret the world, then what the fuck are we doing here? I'm like Billy Beane listening to the old way of thinking about baseball when he knew about sabermetrics. Then what the fuck are we doing here? Exactly. Chris Derby's channel. It hurts my ears, that voice. Yes, there is only one way to talk when you are trying to talk about like Otangelo, when you need to find the big copy pastas, you need to write it right. You need to read it down so that you sound very smart. Yes, and Bob Nodell is right. He lost the argument on that sentence alone. Done. I think it was because I was focusing on my shit and Johnny was focusing on moderating. I don't think we really heard that at the moment because it didn't resonate. The minute you pointed out, I go back and look and I'm like, wow, he actually said that. That we don't need to put facts on the table. It's fucking insane. Then what's the point? Why do you even talk? If facts don't matter, then why even engage with an atheist when you know facts are all that matter? That which comports with reality. Evidence is all that matters. If facts don't matter to you, then why even have the conversation? Oh, thank you. Just call me Abby. It's his best impression ever. I've been practicing it. I've been practicing that. I've also kind of been practicing my Mr. Batman, the Mr. Batman impression. The Mr. Batman impression is very kind of nasal, kind of a nasally Kentucky, as he kind of talks like this. It's like, what is truth and how do you know it, sir? Is the best I can do so far. I think it needs more practice, but that's the best Mr. Batman I can summon. Let's see. I have not practiced my JM Truth. I will practice JM Truth, see if I can get it down. His cadence is very weird. So that takes practice getting that down. Whereas, Otangelo's cadence is just like monotone across the board. And then Batman's is dictated by his emotion. And you can tell where he's going to get mad, so you can get much bigger. But you can go big or small. And you have to always say, sir. What is truth and how do you know it, sir? Yeah, it's just the way he presents himself. I'm still working on that one. I think my Otangelo is better. My Otangelo is better because the Otangelo is far easier to do. And yes, Bob Nodell, he says, just like Globebusters, he's never going to live that down. Damn fucking Skippy. Don't let him live it down. Ever. He literally came onto a debate and said, facts. We don't need to put facts on the table. That was his whole position. So, yeah. Robert Castle says, save modified sniper 50 times a day. If you say it enough times, you'll believe it, JM. In fact, he says, he says, that accent my mom used to say, it sounds like walking on naked frogs. That's awesome. In fact, it says, jail ward to do JM, you have to sound confused. Yes, the cadence of confusion is probably what I have to master in order to sound like JM. I will work on that. Reddick says, can I yell like Darth Dawkins? I could. Actually, yeah. The question is, when you yell, because we've seen when Darth gets really mad, he'll yell, and then he'll like his microphone will not be able to take it. So it's like the noise can't, or I guess the limiter, the noise limiter or whatever will shut off. So he'll actually go silent. He'll what? And then silence. And then he'll come back down. So yeah, I've heard Darth freak out to the point that his microphone can't even take it anymore. Or Discord will stop it because Discord can put limitations on that. So, but I don't often. I probably could yell like Darth Dawkins. Don't overtalk me. He has such a non-regional dialect. Occasionally, I hear a little bit of New York, New Jersey, but he's really careful about how he pronounces words. He really is. Oh, let's see here. Bob Nodell says, I've had 9 beers and I'm still more coherent than Otangelo. True. Ryan Anance. Says, sorry I'm late, but at least I made it. Damn, Skippy, you made it. Thank you so much for coming in. Awesome. All right. I cannot wait to unlock more of the emojis till we get the members up so we can unlock more emojis, or you can show you more of the emojis that I created that do this. Obviously, first mover is going to be one of them. I don't understand how it could be. I don't understand how it could be a pool shark, how that follows. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm curious. But I think that might work. I think that could work. Let me see here. Tony Regime is in the house. There he is. Tony Regime, one of the amazing supporters over at Week in Horror. Thank you so much, Tony, who's always around. I don't think Tony has missed a single movie that we've streamed over in the Week in Horror Discord. I don't think he has, which is pretty badass. And Alpha K91, you're right. Alpha K91 says there is no late at JL's place. No, there is no late at JL's place. We hang around here. We do. See if we can get some guests on. I'm hoping this theist, he goes by Cyber on Discord. I'm hoping that he will respond to me and that he'll want to come on because I can give him the link and I can bring it on. We can discuss it. I'm really curious to talk to him. Ali Malik says, when you eating more cheese? I'll do it just for you, Ollie. I'm cutting a piece. There we go. How's that look? Good? I'll probably eat one piece of the bar or the block where I ate the piece, and it'll just kick me right in the back of the throat. I'll be like, God! And I'll fall down like Irish Demon and spaz out and leave my body and shit. All right. Oh, just call me up. He says, right, I'm shooting off to bed. It's 2:30 a.m. here, and I've got work in the morning. Have a good one, JL. Have a good one. Just call me up. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. There's a spicy. Damn, Skippy. I ate that one fast, so it hit quick. Good stuff. Oh, let's see. Fact is a jail. I tried to listen the other day. It was very choppy. My internet sucks. Oh, sorry to hear that, Facty. That sucks. That blows. But hopefully it'll get cleared up here soon. OG Goblin's in the house. Good to see you, OG. So what's up, JL? What's up? Not much. Trying some spicy cheese, talking about things going on in the world, talking about craziness. Alpha Cannon wants to Tony Regime. It's 2:30 a.m. Go back to sleep. Yeah, it's 2:30. Whoa, it's only 8:30 here. Commander Darklight says, stop laughing at me, woman. Tony Regime, good question. What is your preferred cheese? My preferred cheese. Damn. Sharp cheddar. That required a little bit of thought because I really love pepper jack and I really love Monterey. But I'm going to have to say when the bets are off, brass tacks, zombie apocalypse, sharp cheddar. And, no sense of smell. So I need that sharp, OG Goblin says, spicy cheese, what type? So just to clue you in real quick, my wife went to the farmer's market and she picked up a block of cheese for free from this guy who makes his own. I will put the banner up there so you can check it out if you like. Herrick's Smokehouse. HerrickSmokehouse@gmail.com. And he said, if your husband takes this on his live stream and reviews it, which we did, because I've eaten quite a bit of this, and then he'll give her the block for free and it'll be good to go. So there you go. I tried it. It is fan-fucking-tastic. This is good shit. This live stream officially sponsored by Herrick's Smokehouse. HerrickSmokehouse@gmail.com. How was that? Does that sound professional? That sound good? But yeah, you can check out them, their Facebook page, or email them directly. Good stuff. All right. And Grandma Mo says, 9:30 here in Ontario, Canada. You're along the east side. Ollie. Yes, Ontario on the east side. I'm aware of that. Ollie says, what is your Subway order? My Subway order. No one's asked me this in a long time. Foot-long Italian Parmesan with meatballs, pepper jack cheese, and spicy Dijon mustard, topped with jalapenos. So foot-long Italian, or the full-long Italian meatball. Actually, it should be pepper jack cheese on the inside, meatballs, sauce, jalapenos, spicy Dijon mustard. That's my Subway order every time. Robert Cazzo says, I like brie. Just don't combine it with pasta with a thick sauce. It's having my stomach like a boulder. It would. It absolutely would. Plot hole says Jared likes to eat fresh. I do like to eat fresh. Terribly, horrifically fresh. But yeah, I found that. Actually, I found that combination when I was working for, if you imagine this, when I was 19 years old, I had a job briefly for Blimpie Subs. It was a privately owned franchise, and I worked very briefly for this place. The hours were terrible, and it was just. And I was in a position to be. I was a manager, but I wasn't mature enough to be the manager I needed to be. So, but I'm working here, and that's when I discovered it because he allowed me to experiment with the sandwiches to try, to test which ones. And so what I experimented with was the foot-long meatball marinara, spicy cheese, jalapenos, Dijon mustard. Bam. Fantastic stuff. Really good. Renee, good to see you. It says, making me hungry. Good thing Domino's is on the way. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. I always get the thicker crust, not the hand tossed. The pan pizza. I always get the thicker crust with Domino's. The hand tossed, it's just not enough. I like to get the thicker one. I'm a big fan of deep dish. I like deep dish, especially like legit Colorado deep dish. I'm a big fan of that. So pizza that you eat with a knife and fork. But yeah, like I also dig New York style. New York style ones that you have to fold and eat. Oh, I love those. Fucking A. Beaver C says Blimpie subs were the best. They were really very good. They were really, really good. And I wish I'd respected that job a lot more than I did. I was young. It was my first real kind of like manager job. And I wish I'd had the respect for it that it deserved. The manager there, the guy who owned the franchise, he deserved a lot more respect than I gave. But, hey, misspent youth. I learned from it, carried on. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, they're not around anymore. I think, God, I mean, this was back when I was 9. I think it was 9. Yeah, it was 19, 20 years old. So, so long ago, 20, over 20 years. Let me see here. Oh, in fact, it says thin crust meat lovers with extra cheese, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, Renee says, yep, that's what I have coming. Pan, yep, damn straight. Good stuff. Jimmy John's is dope as fuck, says Robert Caslow. Wonder something about Jimmy John's. Something that was not good. I don't know about the owner themselves. I'm not sure. Something came out about them. Jimmy John's, and Firehouse subs. No, Firehouse subs is good. Firehouse is good. Jimmy John's, there was something wrong with that. Maybe he was a big game hunter. Not sure. Charlie Welch, hey, he's back. And Beaver C says our last Blimpies closed 2 years ago. Yeah, it's an old. I don't even know if there's any around where I used to live. I know there's none up here. In fact, I think there's only Subway up here. I think Subway pretty much cornered the market. They forced everybody out. Unless you've got a deli that can do sub sandwiches, that can do like Heroes. But in a small town like this, it's pretty much corporate. It's pretty much corporate companies that keep small towns like this alive. So it's just going to be corporate names. No mom and pop shops are really, really tough. That's why they have a farmer's market. Oh, there he is. Wow. Holy shit. It did work. Say it 3 times and he fucking arrives. Holy shit. Riesling with spicy cheese. Well, that could be good depending upon the Riesling brand. And apparently he's here. Dark Berry Acai is in the house. As I think the earth is about 6,500 years old. That is his greeting. That's how he lets you know it's him. So don't forget, if you are a member of the channel, please feel free to use the emojis, especially the one particular emoji, to welcome Otangelo to the chat. It's made specifically for him. So fire up that emoji, let him know. Charlie Welch says, Jimmy John's kills elephants. Yeah, I knew it was something having to do with big game hunting. I'm pretty sure. it had something to do with big game hunting is what it was. So, yeah. Let me see here. In fact, it says, we have a mom and pop pizza place. I love family-owned pizza joints. When you have like family recipes that get carried on. I love that stuff. Corporate stuff, Domino's, because I like Domino's over the other chains, but I love mom and pop. Like real brick oven pizza. Like legit stuff. There's plenty of those back where I used to live in Texas. Not a lot up here, unfortunately. I don't even think there's a market for it, so which is a shame. Redding says, Otangelo, I like cheese older than your younger. Block cheese. He says, by the way, tonight Darth Dawkins and I made peace. Friends again. Really? I don't believe you. Just like I don't believe that the earth is flat, or the earth is 6,500 years old. I just don't. Darth does not forgive. Darth does not forget. I mean, I don't believe you. You may think that, but I don't believe that on Darth's behalf. Darth will write you off the minute you cross him. And everything that went down tonight will not matter, because none of that shit matters to Darth. All that matters to Darth is right there in that moment. If you agree if you want to test this. You tell Darth that you agreed to debate me in a part 2. Say we're going to. Go to Darth, tell him this, and say you're gonna show up and you're gonna debate me again. See what Darth says. That you're going on the channel again. Johnny O is going to moderate, Plothole will moderate, and you're debating me again. You just tell him that. See what his reaction is. I think you'll be surprised. I won't, but you will. Tight Uranus. I'm 6'4", 210 pounds. My voice sounds like thunder, and I'm covered in coarse fur. What deity are you? That's fucking awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Whew, that's a spicy meatball. He says, I'll only do it if you are going to debate me on abiogenesis. I am in. That wasn't the point. Tony receives. I thought JL was going to moon. No, you saw me kind of gearing up, like, yeah, here we go. No, I wasn't doing it. Yeah, I wouldn't punish my audience like that. Yes, Alpha Canada 1. That mending of ways will be broken again. You're damn right. It does not matter to Darth. Darth doesn't give a shit. Darth doesn't care about you, Otangelo. Darth doesn't care about anybody but himself. You think you mended bridges. That shit will go up in smoke. Smoke, I'm telling you. The moment Darth feels like that his position is being rejected or spoken against or anything of that nature, Darth will turn his back on you. He did it once before for a very stupid reason. He'll do it again. Guaranteed. Men's Warehouse guarantee on that shit. Tied Uranus. I've seen you rummaging. Oh, Alpha K1. I've seen you rummaging through my trash. You must be a black bear. Tied Uranus says, no, I don't look like Thor. More like a giant deranged leprechaun. That's hilarious. Put that cheese in an Otangelo trap. That's funny. Commander Darkness says, Commander Darkness says, Dark Bear SAE devastated, just like your debate with JL. Yeah. This is interesting. Should I show Otangelo the clip that we just watched? That one segment? And see if he defends himself? Bob Nodell's Gyroscope, are you still here? Bob Nodell, Otangelo's in the chat. Should we play that for him again? You let me know. I've got the live chat here so I can see it. So should I replay this so that Otangelo can see it? Should I? Yes. I think it's a resounding yes that we should do this. All right. You did prove me wrong, Otangelo. You absolutely did not. Everybody says play it and play it and play it. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Let's pull it up again. Here we go. Let me punch this back out. I actually already pulled up. How smart of that. All right. So this was the timestamp was 26:42. So we're going to punch to just be like a little after the 26-minute mark. So here we go. So Otangelo, which I'm certain that you're watching. Here we go. Share screen. There we go. Boom. Share audio. Awesome. And make sure that we're looking at it. There we go. There is the debate between you and me, Otangelo. This is directly mirrored from Johnny O's channel. No, there's no editing here. This is you. And just after the 26-minute mark, this is what you said.
That God exists, but as well strong atheism, which is the claim that most likely no God exists. So I expect that J.L. Warren is able actually to substantiate that claim, providing positive, good reasons why he believes that naturalism tops theism in explanatory power to explain our existence on all relevant issues in regards of origins, that is, regards of the origin of the universe, the laws of physics, fine-tuning, origin of life, biodiversity, consciousness, and morality. I don't think that we have to put facts on the table because...
You don't think that we have to put facts on the table. And I'll ask you directly, Otangelo, if we're not putting facts on the table, then what the fuck are we doing here? Why are you here? Why are you engaging with me when you know that facts, evidence are the only things that matter? What you dream about what possibly could be does not matter. That's an appeal to emotion. What you insert into hypothesis, what do you insert as answers to questions that we don't have the answer, what you insert as an answer to a question that we have not answered yet, that is not of a concern to me. I don't care. I do wonder why you do it, what justifies it, but I don't care what your answer is. The point is, if we are not going to put facts on the table and we're not going to address them, then what the fuck are you doing here? Why would you engage with any atheist when you know that's where they're going to go? Evidence and facts, that which comports with reality. Why would you do that? I'm very curious. I wonder what his fucking answer is. I really am. And yes, Tina Jones. Oh, Nut Angelo made it. Yes, Bob. Yeah, there we go. I asked him. I don't need to bring facts to the table. I'm really curious. So what does he say? The inference cannot be proven. We do not know what is or not is beyond the physical universe. That is what I was referring to. No, because if we don't know, then there's no facts regarding that. That's it. Otangelo, if we don't know something, if we have no data points, then we can say that there are no facts about it. There are no propositions that are true about what we have no data points about. If there are no propositions that we can, if there are propositions and we can't determine their truth or false value, then we can't have facts about what we can't possibly know. So when you say facts, you're talking about shit that comports with reality. So no, you do not get to wiggle your way out of this. You just said, to break it down, we don't need to bring what comports with reality to the table. Those are your words, Otangelo. Please explain this to me and why that debate should have even continued past that point. Yeah, you're going to answer the question, dude. Asking me what Bayesian thinking or abductive reasoning, ask me what is Bayesian thinking or abductive reasoning to the best. Asking me to explain something does not answer the question. You just said in the debate that we don't need to bring that which comports with reality to the table. That we don't need to bring facts. That's on you. You reject facts. You reject that which comports with reality to support your position. So no, you don't get to get out of this. And there are people in the chat, the people in the chat that want to know the answer. Do you have an answer as to why you reject that which comports with reality in order to support your argument? I want to know. I want to know. Yeah, like that. But yeah, Alanis Morissette wants to know. I want to fucking know. Let's see what's going on here. But my book, but my book. Yeah. So, Reddick says, Darth makes up a reality, tries to yell it into reality, fails miserably. Pretty much, yeah. Turing test 2, there are certainly no testable propositions about whatever's beyond the physical universe. Bingo. I have said this. We have said this. Physicists have said this hundreds of times. Titan Uranus is a Bayesian estimation, requires quantification of each statistical likelihood. You can't have it. We do not have probability functions that are defined enough because we only have a sample size of one. One universe, one Earth. That's it. So, and then, of course, he's going to respond. That's not what I said. It is what you said. We don't need to bring facts to the table. He says the evidence or reality or the physical world are the facts. That's what it is. That's what is. That demands an explanation. The explanation cannot be proven because we try to explain things. No, dude. We have to address it. We have to address that which is. Okay? And you said we don't need to bring facts to the table, which means what we know to be true, that which comports with reality. You rejected that. And we want to know why. You don't get to slither out of this like a fucking worm. You don't get to. This will haunt you. Otangelo, this is your 15 degree per hour drift. This is your 15 degree per hour drift. We don't need to bring facts to the table. Someone out there in that beautiful live chat is going to fucking clip that. They're going to clip that and use it. Just like, 15 degree per hour drift. This is your 15 degree per hour drift, my friend. This is what it is. So you best come up with an explanation because you just memed your fucking self. Cheese. Oh. I'm gonna eat all this cheese and my wife is gonna be so pissed. My wife will not forgive me. Actually, probably just get some more. Darkberry says, so Otangelo says, the explanation is never a fact because we have no time machine to go back and see what happened in the past. That is what I refer to. Wrong. Wrong. You dodged it again. You dodged it again. That's what I need. I need a Neo emoji. Dodging. Or a dodgeball. Oh, dodgeball emoji. Should there be a dodgeball emoji? Let me know there should be a dodgeball emoji. So when they do this, we'll throw dodgeballs at them. So let me know. Should there be a dodgeball emoji? So that would be when theists pull stuff like this, you can throw dodgeballs at them because they're dodging. I like this idea. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Oh, Otangelo, once again, you're ignoring him. He says the likelihood to happen by chance is in the realm of impossible. No, it's not. Because guess what? It did. Here we stand. Here we sit. So no, it's not impossible. Sorry, dude. You're not going to weasel out of this one. You do not get to snake out of this one. You walked yourself into a Bob Nodell moment. 15 degree per hour drift. And you can't refute it. Yes, the corner you painted yourself into is very fucking real. And no, this is not an answer. We are here because God did it is not a fucking answer. That is a cap to the inquiry. That ceases exploration. God did it. Done. Fuck no. How did God do it? I want to know how. How did he use the laws that we recognize, that we observe? How did he do it within those laws? I want to know how. And then I want to know, why could it not have just been a natural process? The reason you're able to keep God as a hypothesis is because we don't know the mechanism before the Planck epoch. The minute we can explain this naturally, the minute we understand it naturally, God ceases to be the creator of all things. At least you'll push him back one more square. And you'll just keep pushing him back squares. As long as there's knowledge that we can't have, there are squares to push God to. That's the reality. All right. So, Otangelo. Yep, John Fapiano. My point being that God is getting smaller yet again. Smaller and smaller and smaller. Getting pushed closer and closer to the edge of the board. And eventually it will come off the board and it will just float out there in space. It'll be something that you latch onto just because you have nothing else to latch onto, or you don't know to latch on to anything else. So no, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, Otangelo, I'm sorry. Potential energy at his disposition became actualized. He used his power and intelligence. That is not a mechanism. That's just God did it. That's not a mechanistic explanation for the creation of anything. That is just God did it again in more flowery language. Sorry. Hey, Skid Scratcher's in the house. Good to see you, Skid Scratcher. Yakety sax. Yes, cue the yakety sax. So here's a question. Should it be a dodgeball emoji or a Patches O'Houlihan emoji? Remember, these are emojis, so they need to be kind of simple. So patches or dodgeball, like just a dodgeball emoji. So the dodgeballs can be thrown. That's why I'm liking that one. Dodgeballs can be thrown to people. So if they're dodging, you just throw dodgeballs at them. Let me know which one you think in the chat. Should the next one play Benny Hill now, chase him off? I can't play Benny Hill on my channel and get demonetized because Benny Hill is still within copyright, unfortunately. Oh, Skitchcrasher with the first super chat of the night. Says, for $2 American freedom dollars. Is glad I could make it. Thank you so much, Skitchcrasher. I really do appreciate it. Your super chats help me keep this going. It helps keep the podcast, Week in Horror, going. I wouldn't be able to do that without it. So everything you see here, possible because of your guys' memberships, your guys' super chats, your guys' support, for commenting, liking, subscribing, all that cool stuff. I really appreciate it. Charlie Wood says, an emoji of a stick man ducking a bullet would be pretty easy. I got one of the OG Goblin says, dodgeball for the win. Turing test 2. God doesn't bite. God doesn't exist. Bite me. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Or a question. It's so true. Bob Nodell's gyroscope. He said it. Okay, actually, I think there's a predictive model here. I think the closer he gets to, I think when if you can get him to say Shroud of Turin faster, the faster you get him to say it, the closer you are to him leaving. Because I've noticed there's kind of an order of progression. So he'll stay on like abiogenesis. He'll stay on like cosmology or abiogenesis. And then once you crush him in that one, then he'll invoke the Shroud of Turin. Once you crush, and he already refuted that himself. There was when he was arguing with PhD Tony, he refuted the Shroud of Turin. He did it himself. He debunked it. So the Shroud of Turin will be debunked. And then move on. So I think that there's actually a predictive model here. The faster you get him to Shroud of Turin, the faster you actually get him to actually run away because you are able to corner him with something he can't answer. Commander Darklight with 20 Australian dollars. Thank you so much, sir. Says, oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot to send this. It's okay. You don't have to remember, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Commander Darklight. The man, 20 Australian dollars. I appreciate the super chat. And Angel Gamer says, Patches O'Houlihan did say he drank his own urine. Maybe he was a Dave fan. This is true. This is a possibility. Or maybe Dave got the idea from Patches O'Houlihan. Tina Jones says, LOL, Surf, I'm trying, but I can't find the delete button. I might have added one on there. Let's see, what did Surf say? Did I miss what Surf said? I think I did. Yes, Dodgeball was a fantastic fucking movie. Loved it. So I'm actually thinking, I think the Dodgeball emoji would be good. It's simple. It's a pink ball. It's obvious. People look at that. When people start dodging, they just chuck dodgeballs at them. And what the absolute fuck? But the problem is atheists hate science. I feel sorry. Oh, wait a second. Oh, hey, a second. This was a continuation of his end. He said, I left atheism when my 7th brain cell activated. As soon as I was able to recite the alphabet, I was too intelligent to remind an atheist I try to talk some science. And he says, but the problem is atheists hate science. I feel sorry. I don't even know how to respond to that. Atheists hate science. Stevie B with a super chat. Thank you so much for 10 pounds. 10 pounds? 10 pounds. Says, holding his feet to the fire. Burn those suckers. Hell fucking yeah. Atheists hate science? Commander Darklight, 7th and last brain cell, just saying. And yeah, Daryl, it's a shame you stopped at 8. So literally we've gone Shroud of Turin. He knows he debunked it himself. So we got through cosmology and abiogenesis. He realizes he's full of shit. He realizes he's not interested in facts. We show him video of this. We have evidence of this. Then he jumps to Shroud of Turin, but he remembers he already debunked himself in front of PhD Tony on that one. So that fails. So then he jumps to the insults, like, I am interested in science, I'm interested in truth, and you atheists are not. But that is just begging the question because he's presupposing that God exists. So we've already debunked that too. So, and Darby says, that face was my best laugh tonight. Thanks, JL. And now he's just precious. I think Tina Jones is right. I think he just broke himself. I think he did. I haven't decided, Skits. I'm still making up my mind. It says, do you doing the pink beard thing next month with Johnny O? I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking. And Tony Regime says, so why do you reject the sciences that prove the Earth is 4.5 billion years old? And he says, false, 6,500 years old. But, Otangelo, that's not what Tony asked you. That's not what he asked. Tony asked you, why do you reject the evidence that it is? The evidence says one thing. Why do you reject the evidence? That's the question. Plato says, Skid Scratcher, we need to apply pressure. Under pressure. That'll get me demonetized in a heartbeat. Otangelo, Redding says, Otangelo, will Darth want your 5th grade cafeteria lectures on talking with J.L. Warren like you are now? You are in trouble, man. Yeah, Otangelo, not great. Every aspect of your argument has been dissected and shut down. And I actually think that there is a predictive model here that you actually go through the exact same steps every single time. You always go cosmology, and then you go abiogenesis. So you that's where you start, is cosmology. What created everything? There must be a cause for everything. Then you jump to abiogenesis, because we don't know specifically which way abiogenesis occurred. So that must mean it's false. That must mean there must be something to make it, so therefore God. Then when that gets knocked down, then you jump to the Shroud of Turin, which you yourself debunked. And when you were arguing with PhD Tony, you debunked that yourself. And then on top of that, you start running to like ad homs. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, atheists don't know what they're talking about because they don't love science, or they hate science, or atheists automatically think that they presuppose there's no God, so therefore you presuppose there is. So even if it were true that atheists presuppose no God, you'd still be in the same boat. But the problem is, you presuppose there's a God, and we do not presuppose anything. We look at the evidence and follow where it lies, without a presupposition, because our methodology allows us to eliminate our presuppositions and our biases. Yours does not. You have not eliminated confirmation bias, my friend. Sorry. And let me see here. I see that he has not responded, and I'm wondering if he's run away. We can check. We can actually check and see. Let me see here. No, I have to check on my computer. I can't do it on my phone. I don't know if he's still there. Oh, wow. DKKs, Donkey Kong dollars from Thor Rasmussen. 50 Donkey Kong dollars. 50 DKK. Thank you so much, Thor Rasmussen said. Would have sent more, but I spent most of my gold on a few kegs of whiskey to get through this weekend. We all need to power our batteries somehow, and whiskey-powered batteries are the best kind of batteries. I'm stealing from Sir Sick a little bit there, but awesome. Thank you so much for the 50 DKKs. I do appreciate it. Alf Cannon says, I breed and import police dogs. I don't use faith to do it. I use science. Yeah, I drive a car. That requires science. I don't drive by faith. I drive by an understanding of the mechanism. Stevie B says, Stevie B is still here. I wonder if he's still, I don't know if he's talking about himself, or obviously Stevie B is here, but I don't know if Otangelo hasn't responded yet. Commander Darklight says, JL, don't forget, he also uses 10,000-year-old evidence to prove the Earth is only 6,000 years old. Yeah, that was the debunking. That was what was funny. He debunked his whole position when he was arguing by posting up 2 pieces of evidence that contradicted each other. He's a fucking idiot. Renee says, Genesis 1 and the Earth, and then the light and the animals. Genesis 2, the moon and the light and the animals, and then Eve. Whatever. Contradictory. So silly. Bob Nojashko says, just tagged him. He's still here. So he's still lurking. Bet. I got a bet going. It's a copy pasta. The next, no, because now he's heard it. Now he's not going to do it. Shit. I can't make that kind of bet without giving it away, unfortunately. I was going to say the next thing he says is a copy pasta. That he's looking for something to copy and to copy pasta over to the live chat. That's what I'm thinking. But now that he's heard me say it, he'll try to refute it, and he'll do it on purpose. So most likely, it may not be. So now I'm going to retract the bet. I was going to make a bet, but oh well. That was my prediction. We'll see. Yeah, I'm still in the participants list. So yeah. Redding says, when the moon is in the southern sky and Jupiter aligns with Mars, you are like a hallucinogen to D'Angelo. Redding, you rule. You absolutely rule. As a matter of fact, you know what? Fuck it. Redding. If you are a member of the Week in Horror chat, actually, you know what? No, don't even worry about it. Let's do this. Okay, so Redding, shoot me an email at weekinhorror@gmail.com. It's right there in the shoot me an email. Send me your shipping information. I'm sending you something. I'm sending you a t-shirt. That made me laugh. And I'm sending you a Bridge the Divide t-shirt on me. So I'm going to just send you one. So I'm going to send you a Bridge the Divide t-shirt. Redding, just weekinhorror@gmail.com. That's for the web, for the podcast, the horror film podcast that I'm on. Shoot me an email at that email address. I'll get it. Shoot me your shipping details and your size. I need to know your size of shirt, and I will send you a Bridge the Divide t-shirt. I appreciate that. That is very funny. Alpha K91 says, hear that? It's the sound of Otangelo's tail clamping between his legs and running. It's so true. It's so very true. Redding says, can I beg for a brick of cheese too? Well, that you have to order yourself. And I will tell you where you can order that. Herrick's Smokehouse. This episode is sponsored by Herrick's Smokehouse. Herrick's Smokehouse at gmail.com. Get your spice on. I made that up. That's not his tag. I just threw it out there. Alpha K91 says, hey, who do I have to fuck to get a damn t-shirt? Nobody. You can order them from Teespring. As a matter of fact, let me get that link for you. 2 seconds. Plot hole. Skid Scratch says, I made that up. Yes, Robin in Men in Tights. I'll made that up. Give me 1 second. Let me see about this. Oh, Tangela's face is up on my screen. The Jail Warren Teespring. 2 seconds. 2 minutes Turkish. 5 minutes Turkish. Let's sign out of there. And let's log in. And we'll log in with the other one. Pretty sure that's it. Oh, wait. CAPTCHA. I am not a robot. Oh, here we go. And let me see here. Stores. Bingo. Let me get the link. Ah, man. I've been looking at this, and I want to make sure I'm not too quiet. All right, fantastic. Paste. There you go. And the Bridge the Divide t-shirt. Actually, let me go ahead and just we can view the store. And I can actually show you. Well, it's really simple because I didn't want to overcomplicate it. So it's a really, really simple. There we go. It's just a super simple shirt. Oh, let me actually pull it up. There we go. It's a really simple shirt. Nothing too much. It just says Bridge the Divide on it. Johnny O helped me create that. Make sure that the logo looked really, really good. But yeah, it's just a Bridge the Divide t-shirt. It's really, really simple. I lowered the price on it as best I can to make it worth it. So, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. So yeah, you can order one there. I put the link in the chat, and let me close these out so I don't look like I'm doing high IQ research. Fantastic. All right. And Alf KO says, I've been howling for a damn Bridge the Divide shirt for literally months now. You have been. I could have sworn I got you the link. I could have sworn I did. But there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Can we order the t-shirt and all the Titan Ray says, can we order the t-shirt and also fuck? I'm sure you could. I'm absolutely sure you could. And let's see, lock stock. Oh no, was it? I meant what did I say? Lock stock. Two swing rails. Or did I make a snatch reference? A snatch reference. Yeah. Tight erased. That could be arranged. Yeah. Alfano says, "Nah, I get stuff from you just by answering trivia questions." Oh, God, plot hole. Yeah, but you won't get a Bridge the Divide one by answering trivia questions on Week in Horror. Oh, I see that that he's come back. Let me see here. Bob Nodell says, jail. Silence is golden. Otangelo has nothing more to say. He knows he has lost. He says, no, I lost. I was going to take care of my daughter. A BRB would have sufficed, dude. So you just disappear from it. You disappear from a conversation on the internet. Don't be surprised if people think that you ran away. He says, nice quote mining. Tell me what, Bob Nodell? Nodell's gyroscope. Did you quote mine? I don't think you quote mined. Yeah, Charlie Walsh is right. F off, Otangelo. It isn't jail's job to entertain you. Or yoy. But no, Otangelo, I'm sorry, dude. You've lost. You literally have shot yourself in all of your feet. All of them. You have. You stated facts are not necessary. We're not going to bring facts to the table. You stated your cosmology argument is an appeal to emotion and an argument from incredulity. Your abiogenesis argument is an argument from incredulity. Actually, I would say it's an argument for willful fucking ignorance because you refuse to accept the science behind it. Your argument about the Shroud of Turin has been debunked by you. You debunked it yourself. You copy pasted so much shit that you will actually post up evidence. You will cite resources that refute your other resources. This has been demonstrated. This is live. This has been recorded. This is on YouTube. There are people in this chat, wonderful people in this live chat who remember this shit. Okay? Who remember these events and how you have made a mockery of yourself. And he says, and Otangelo responds, says, yeah, if jail says so, it must be true. I feel devastated. Game over for me. What a pity. I know you say it sarcastically, but you know it to a degree. To a degree, you know that to be true. You do, Otangelo. You were there. You said these things. You refuted your own argument in front of PhD Tony. You yourself said in a debate against me that let's not bring facts to the table. You said that. You rejected facts, that which comports with reality, because you know that it's the facts that refute what you're saying. You have embarrassed yourself enough times, my friend. And because of your behavior, you have gotten like the vast majority of your alts, your stock accounts blocked on my channel. It's only because you haven't gone to those lengths that you have been blocked on this particular alt. But like 7 alts have been blocked on my channel by my mods because of your behavior. He says, once you demonstrate how the Shroud got its image, you have a case. Once you can explain how life came from non-life by natural means, you have a case. Guess what? Otangelo, how did the Shroud get its image? How does something get on a cloth? It stains it. And all you have to do is be an artist and put stain on a cloth. That's it. It's a 12th century art installation. It's from the 12th century. There you go. How the Shroud got its image? Easy. No more different than me painting a face on a canvas. Just the Shroud is the canvas. It doesn't matter what material. I'm not saying he used paint. He could have used any medium, including real blood. All you have to do is stain the Shroud to look like an image. It's easy. It's art. And once you explain how life came from non-life by natural means, that's what they're doing at the Planet Simulator at McMaster University. I talked about it in my last video. I think I talked about it in the debate with you. The Planet Simulator, which they kicked off in 2018, only 2 years ago. 3 years ago. I can't do math. 3 years ago. And have already gotten to protocells. They're on the way to doing it, Otangelo. We understand abiogenesis. We just don't know which one it was in particular. But we're proving that. No. You're full of shit. And you have old science that's been refuted. Then you know more than the experts. No, I'm citing the experts in the field. Stuff from 2020, from 2021, not your 1980s bullshit. Sorry. We don't go to Darwin anymore. We go to the evolutionary biology of today because we're intellectually honest. Not you, Otangelo. You are not intellectually honest. There's the problem. Why would I debate an intellectually dishonest person? More than once. You already demonstrated your intellectual dishonesty in the first debate. Even if I wasn't aware of it then, you demonstrated it then. We just played the video. The video is you don't think facts should be brought to the table. Why would I discourse with a dishonest interlocutor? Why? You demonstrated your dishonesty, or your ignorance, or your willful ignorance, which is worse. So, absolutely silly. And he says there was no natural selection on a prebiotic Earth. There was no mechanism to select the 20 amino acids used in life from the 500 exons on prebiotic Earth. You don't know that. They are currently working through the model. It will take time, Otangelo. Fuck, dude. I'm desperate by accusing you of dishonesty. I'm not the only one accusing you of dishonesty. Every other person in this live chat is accusing you of dishonesty, Otangelo. All of them. You are dishonest. Yeah, thank you, Charlie Welch. You are the desperate one, Otangelo. Nice effort, though. Yeah. Sorry, dude. And Bob Nodell is correct. Say it again. A stained shroud is not evidence. A stained shroud from the 12th century is not evidence. An unanswered question is not evidence for God. But you seem to think it is. That is dishonest. So weep, Otangelo. Weep. As Alpha K91 says, weep. Because it's what you've got, dude. You are dishonest. I have demonstrated it here. I have shown video of you being dishonest. The people in this live chat who have been present for all of your interactions with me, with the four beardsmen in debates, have seen your dishonesty in play. Take your dishonest ball and go home. Charlie Welch. Does he just do this all day? Stream to stream, Discord to Discord, ranting endlessly, pathetic? Yeah, pretty much. It's what he's got. It's pretty much all he's got. And Turner says the mechanism was random chance in the survival of the ones that worked. That most likely was probably it. But yeah, his rejection of the, and here he goes using contextual terminology that used to make things a little bit more understandable, palatable, and saying that that things are legit, that cells are like legitimate machines or have blueprints like you would unfold in a construction site. You say, just stop, dude. Otangelo, stop. Everybody is hip to your shit. Nobody fucking believes it. Go somewhere else. Take your dishonest ball and go home. Because you don't have anything. As a matter of fact, I got a message from that theist that I contacted. Unfortunately, he says he wants to research more before he joins, which is cool. Cyber, if Cyber is listening to this, Cyber, you are more than welcome to do as much research as you like. It's not really, this isn't really so much about a debate. It's really more about just a chat. So just a discussion about what you believe and why you believe it. But yeah. And he's gone. He took his dishonest ball and he went home. Alpha K91, go stick that watchmaker shit back where it came from. Was it up his ass? That was terrible impression. Yes, Beaver C, we can all just ignore him. I don't want him blocked. I don't want him blocked or shut down unless the behavior warrants it, though. He can run his mouth, he does his shit, but if he starts spamming, if he starts just copy pasting a bunch of bullshit, if he starts going in the direction that he did with, fascism and other various crap, then definitely shut him down. The mods have my permission to do that, but only until he crosses that line. Redding. Mama, I shot an atheist, put an Otangelo in his head, pulled the shroud, it is of God, Bismillah. This is why Reddick is getting a free Bridge the Divide shirt. So Reddick, as I said before, shoot me an email, weekinhorror@gmail.com, weekinhorror@gmail.com. Shoot me your shipping details, Reddick, and get me the size that you want to wear, your size t-shirt, and I will ship you on me a Bridge the Divide t-shirt. That's to put on my glasses. There we go. He did one time, Titan. He was saying that atheists have no morals, and he went into the moral argument and basically said, oh, then by that rationale, like stuff relating to World War II. And there are words that I don't want to say because it can get me shut down, but stuff relating to World War II was always okay. So he's like, oh, so this was okay, and this was okay. And I'm kind of like, yeah. And it was extreme. So he got those he was doing those on sock accounts. Those sock accounts got blocked, but he's got I don't know how many he has because he's got a dozen of them. 7 of them have been blocked here. So yeah. And Commander Darklight, just don't block him, making him look even more stupid is fun. Yeah. And Bob Nodel's right. He knows he's lost, yet he still spouts his bullshit. Exactly, because it's what he's got. It's all he's got. I did see Ali Malik says, I'm a theist. I'd be glad to have a chat next time you stream. If I remember correctly, Ollie, you said that you were Coyote? You were Cloudy Coyote? We were talking before in the chat. Yes, Cloudy Coyote, watching the stream. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, I see you. Fantastic. Daryl M says, just ignore. Oh, Reddick says, good job. I bought 2 shirts in a fit of envy. That's hilarious. That's funny. Oh, buddy. So, yeah, Cyber, unfortunately, won't come on. He wants to do a little bit more research beforehand. So, let me see here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Renee says, such as idiots do when face facts run away. Very true. Very true, they do. Cloudy, I probably could bring you on the stream. We've been going a little over 2 hours now, and it's almost 9:30. So I think we're going to be cutting it down here in about 10 minutes, and I'd like to open the show talking with you. I really would. So if it's possible, if we could wait until next Saturday when I do a live stream, I could bring you on and we can actually kick off the show, and I can introduce you and let people know what your position is and what you believe in. Sound good? Okay. So I think we'll run from there. I think we'll go from that point. So I think it'll be best because I like to give you guys plenty of time. I don't want you to be rushed as we're coming up towards the end of the stream. I don't want you to get stuck. So we want to address that. Cool. Awesome. All right. Bob Nodell says, I don't want him shut down. He has the right to his opinion, even though it's wrong. He does. Yeah, he does have the right to his opinion. Just as long as he doesn't act like a total fucking asshole. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Just think of a song to mock the priest up with, and you too may win a shirt. And it was brilliantly done, Redding. It was brilliantly done. Just give me that shipping details with your shirt size. I'll send you a free one. Hey, Shannon Castens is in the chat. I asked Otangelo what he would do if God were proven conclusively not to exist. He said his life would be meaningless, that he would have nothing. Well, that's just freaking sad. That's just sad as hell, because that just means he's unable to. Does that mean no? Well, no. I think he's speaking hyperbolically. He would be able to ascertain. He would be able to ascertain a meaning for himself. When he's faced with that reality, he would derive his own meaning. He would do that. Okay, I mean, he'd have that or the other choice. The other choice is grim. So no, he would derive his own meaning. He would find a way to find purpose for himself, whether whatever it's art, or it's his job, or it's his kids, or whatever. But he would find purpose. He would. It's not that it's not as simple to be like, oh, there's no God, nothing is meaning, I'm a nihilist, whatever. That's not the way human psychology works. His brain would not allow that. He would find something. He would latch onto his daughter. And yeah, that's crap. He says someone asked him about his daughter. He said he didn't care. It's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. He's being hyperbolic is what he's doing. He's saying it'd be so awful if there was no God. No, I don't think he's being honest, Shannon. I think that's what it is. I don't think he's being honest. I think he's deliberately saying that because he wants to reflect that with no God, there is no purpose. So he would have no reason to feel that anything had purpose, even his daughter. That's how bad it is with no God. But because remember, his argumentation is so bad. Like Alpha saying, Otangelo the nihilist. Now that would be interesting. And yeah, it would be, but he's taking it to a degree. He's like, oh, if there was no God, he'd be like that. No, that does not represent reality whatsoever. You may have asked him that, but I believe he answered dishonestly. He would not just stop caring about his daughter. His daughter would become the only thing he cared about. So no, I don't believe for a moment that he would just be like, walk off into the ocean, existential loss or existential crisis mode. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Skits Crasher for $2 super chat. Thank you so much. As pressure, pink beard pressure. They want me to dye this beard pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's what they want me to dye this beard pink for. So Bob Nodell says, JL, going to have to bounce this time, 3:25 a.m. here in Ireland. Only so much Otangelo one could take even after 10 beers. Damn, Skippy. Thank you, Bob Nodell. I'm glad you were able to be here when we got Otangelo on so you could pluck your crow with him here. So I'm glad we were able to do that and refute him for the idiot himself. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Chance has got it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You think about that. You believe in God and you have a child. Okay. You want to be the best father you can be. You're best mother you can be, best parent. And then all of a sudden, you're proving it's like, oh, God doesn't exist. It's been proven demonstrably. Does that mean you automatically stop caring about your child? That doesn't follow. And if it did, you got bigger problems than there being no God. I don't believe he's that psychologically unstable. It wouldn't affect the way he cares about his daughter. It would just change the scope. It would become more important. So yeah, I think he's full of shit. He's just being hyperbolic to be, for the sake of it. Tony Regime, dum dum dum. The Turin shroud turns to dust. Yeah, it will eventually, one day. He obviously don't get any attention at home, poor thing. He obviously doesn't get any attention at home, poor thing. That's Tina Jones. That's funny. Plotto says, I need your critique on the doc. Sure. I'll say happy to take a look at it. Definitely. And Bob says, that crow is well and truly plucked now. And now we will feed it to Otangelo himself. Oh, no. Definitely. So, yes. Oh, man, it is 2 hours, 25 minutes in. I have eaten a bunch of hot cheese. I have talked to Otangelo, we've chatted about Otangelo and debunked all of his bullshit. We talked about Texas and the craziness. The Texas wants to become the Gilead, and all kinds of craziness going on. So I think, and thank you so much to everybody for the super chats. It's amazing. And thank you so much for all of my channel members for 99 cents a month. 90, if you could spare $1 a month. Just for, if I had the Arms of an Angel music, I would play it for just $1 a month. You can support your local YouTuber. But yeah, for 99 cents a month, you can support this channel. And you can get access to all of the really cool emojis, especially the ones that I haven't unlocked yet, because we need more members to get there, but they will be there. So yes, you can support this channel and become a member of the Godless Army. And I will call you out and say, Godless member. And then you will be special, and because you're a member of the Godless Army. And then, oh yes, Commander Darklight, yes, debunked all of his bullshit again. Over and over and over again, we do it. Bob Nodell says, good night, everyone. Stay safe out there. Thank you, sir. Alpha Cano says, I just spared 50. Hot ship those shirts to me. I see what you did there, Alpha. I see what you did. Oh, no, yes, you did. So, yeah, we're going to get those bad boys to you ASAP. So I hope that you like them. Dude, Teespring, the quality of the shirts is amazing, isn't it? And what's great is when you get them, it's always good to wash your shirts after you get them, like in the mail. Because, but these ones, like this one, I actually have to just pull out of the bag and just throw on really quick. But I was like, because the other ones are in the wash. The ones I got from Texas Frightmare Weekend, I have this heavy chemical smell to them. These ones fresh out of the bag, they really don't. Fucking love them. And they fit amazing. They just feel amazing. It's great material. NA's in the house right here at the end. Thank you so much for joining. NA, a member of the channel. And, of course, a big supporter over Week in Horror, one of our original Patreons over there. So, yes, this has been an amazing time hanging out with you guys. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Thank you to all the awesome channel members for, busting out those emojis when Otangelo pops in. Those are there for you. I will come out with some new emojis once the next tier of memberships gets unlocked, and we'll bring those all out. So thank you all so much for joining. Says, can't wait. Love the way the logo came out. It came out really good, Alpha. Yeah, Johnny helped that. All thanks to the plot hole for helping me make that look as good as it could. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it. Support your local YouTuber. That's not what I would call you. What would you call me then, Thor? Podcaster? Because I do podcasting. I podcast. I do YouTube. I do. I guess I do journalism. I do investigative journalism when I'm researching my content videos. Dude, I'm a man of many hats. This is good because I have no hair. All right. Well, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Thank you, everybody. I thank you a number of times. I'm just repeating myself at this point. So I will try and make this a regular thing. Every Saturday, I will try to go. Not local. Oh, I appreciate that. I will try to go live on Saturdays. Saturday seems to be a good day. I'm not competing with anybody for time, and I can kind of fill a small space as long as I'm pretty much 7 to 9. I think it's a good place, maybe 7 to 9:30. I think it's a good place to be. So I appreciate everybody for coming out. I love you all so much. It's been absolutely amazing. Be safe. Be excellent to each other. And together we can bridge the divide. We'll see you next time. I got to get an outro music.